and I converted over to sewing, which I had done since I was a young girl.
Yeah.
Someone had asked me to do a matching bag to a corsage I'd made for them, and from then on I just made more and more bags, bespoke bags.
You get to see some lovely bags of Sal, by the way.
And then more recently I came across an idea to make what I call a posh shopper. And the artwork was okay. I thought my daughter can do better than that. So we got Rachel to design these 3 images.
And they are really, you can see them now, they are beautiful. How old is Rachel?
17.
17? Ridiculously talented. I know Rachel is watching, so a big hello to you, Rachel. Lorraine, how did you meet Margaret?
Well, we met a couple of years ago when Margaret was embarking on her bag-making career, really, properly. And I hope I encouraged her at the time, because I really was impressed with what she was producing. And we've just become friends from that, really.
You can see you guys are such good friends.
We just get on really well. So,
like it.
And I think, I like to think that we support one another in product development and things that we want to achieve. So it's really good.
Brilliant. Lorraine, I'm going to let you get set for your demonstration. We'll have a bit more of a chat. Thank you very much. And we will have a look at these phenomenal bags. Now, you're calling them posh shoppers, Margaret. So this is going to be your first offering. You've got details on your screen. They're options. So you go for the option that speaks to you. I have to say, though, I'll struggle to pick. I love them all. That Highland cow is so cool. Then you've got that wonderful, bold stag there, real noble stag. And then you've got the thistle. All of them offering their own individuality and personality. They are. They're Rachel's own creations. And she's got lots more in the pipeline. So, as part of this option, what are we actually getting with regards to the bag? Getting the full kit, or...? Everything that you need to make the bag. You get the front panel and the back panel. And the back panel matches the front. It's the same fabric. Quilter's quality lining. It's already pre-shrunk. Right. You can just see the lining in there. What strikes me, Margaret, the quality of the bag. And I really mean this. When you get this home, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It feels so good. This is 300 GSM, 100% cotton Panama. Wow. And that's important because certain elements, I know we're going to show in demonstration, where you do have to offer a bit more care, especially when putting on the panel, and we'll explain all during our demonstration. That's right. But look at the designs there. That is lovely. And you can leave them plain, or before you put the lining in, you can do some free motion embroidery, or I've done line stitching on these ones. So you can personalise them. You've got options here, but what you are getting is a phenomenal kit, beautiful artwork, inspirational, original, the first time we've had the pleasure to work with Margaret and M. Adam Designs. When you're typing in, or we're just discussing this, you need the hyphen. There's a hyphen there. It's absolutely critical. Yeah, that is. You're going to get a whole different topic. So, but you are getting some beautiful designs. You're getting something that's original. You're getting something that I would imagine appeals to beginners but also experienced stitchers, because depending on where you want to take that project. That's right. It's a very simple design. It's very straightforward. The most important part of it is the care that you take in making it, because that's what gives you the quality finish. It's nice. Really is very, very nice. And for individuality, what sets this apart to me, the unique aspect to them, the artwork that you're getting, the quality of the bag. Now, $49.99 when you consider the quality of the bag. If you were to buy a bag of this quality, I mean, you'd be paying good money. I'd say a lot more. I've seen with
Absolutely.
Yeah. Details on your screen right now, 027-853, your item number. Every part of this is absolutely first rate, and you'll, at the end of it, have a bag you're going to keep for a very long time and love. And use, that's important because it is functional. OK, so we will be seeing the bags in action, but we've also got the same artwork. Maybe you want to explore some cushions. Come over here, Margaret. There we go. So you're going to have to scoot over a bit more. What?
No, we'll just...
The illusion sport. No, wait a second. I'm just going to... We've got a little lift here that... OK, that's perfect. So I'll just stand here. Now, talk us through the cushion kits. Well, it's exactly the same artwork as the posh shoppers. But again, there's the opportunity to personalise them. You can... free motion embroidery or line embroidery, or you could leave them plain. Now, that would look lovely with a bit of free motion. Yes. Oh. So just having a look at the thistle again, and that is such a strong image. It really is a lovely, lovely image. It's a beautiful image. Going from the thistle to same cushion now, putting a bit of detailing around the side, that really works.
It is, and again, you're getting everything you need. You get the front panel, the back panel, and the zip.
Good quality. I just wish shows like this, I really wish you could reach through the TV and give it a feel, because, I mean, the quality of those...
It is. It's a lovely fabric, and we're really pleased with Craft Yourself Silly's work. I
mean, look, when you craft yourself silly, you know that you're getting good quality there, but here you're getting original designs. That is such a lovely image. Drawn by your daughter, so you've got that story there, and she tells a story with the images as well. To me, it's taking the best of Scotland, because I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you are based in Scotland.
We are indeed.
Yes, whereabouts?
I'm just outside Dundee.
Oh, lovely.
And Lorraine's in Perth.
Have you got, like, in Scotland, I'm imagining where you live, you've got beautiful fields and scenery around you.
I live about 1 minute from the River Tay, so it's beautiful.
I've got serious life envy. Yeah. That's where you get, and I would imagine that's where your daughter was inspired with these lovely works of art.
Yes, she loves the area as well, but her whole kind of rationale for art is wildlife. Yeah. She's a...
you can never go wrong with wildlife.
A real animal lover.
So here, you're getting the stag, you've got the thistle, you've also got the Highland cow, which... Oh, brilliant, thank you. So we've got a Highland cow, which we'll have a look at. But what Rachel's done so well, she's really captured the essence of each of the subjects. So you've got here a bit more fun with the Highland cow, which I love. But then you've got with the stag, if you don't mind me just showing this.
Traditional.
So with the Highland cow, I like that. That's quite fresh. I think it's modern. It will look great in a contemporary home, but equally in a more traditional home. To me, the stag, that is a real classic image, a strong image there.
Yeah, and she captures the character.
It's such a... it has got personality.
Yes.
To it. Really like that. And then, if you want to move on to the thistle, and look at that. It's the depth to the artwork. For 17 years old, to be able to produce artwork like that. And I love the fact that I like the family tie. So your company, using your daughter's artwork,
Absolutely.
I mean, that must mean so much to you.
It does, and I think it's absolutely amazing that she's producing this now, and she's not even gone to art college yet.
What?
Next year.
Wow. Can you imagine what she's going to be producing in a few years' time?
Indeed.
Big things to come from M. Adams Designs. OK, so details on your screen. You're already busy for the cushions, £24.99. You won't go wrong with these. The cushions or the bags, honestly, they are beautiful and the artwork is lovely. 563285, your item number, if you do want to go for the cushions. Now, we've got a tartan button bag. If you're wondering what that is, take a look at this. Kit, I should say.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can see £39.99, your retro tartan bucket bag kit. You're getting everything you need there. Beautiful. All the quality you would expect. Now...
These two.
We will show those. If you take a seat, Margaret, and then we'll go. That's OK. We'll, I'll show you those. When we sit down, I'll show you one of the bags. So I'll take them with me, don't worry. Now, we've got the small version and we've also got the large version as well. And again, we will be showing you both. So this is the larger version, £49.99, 057 706. Now, I fully understand you're seeing the kit. I will be showing you when we come back to screen. I'll show you both of them completed. We've also got a doll-making kit for you. This is cool. Now, this is what we're going to demo first, so very nice. I like this a lot. So your tartan buttons, rainbow doll making kit. Lorraine is going to be showing us, taking us through this fantastic kit. 569561, your item number there. Now, I did mention I was going to show you the bag, so it came in two options, your small and large. This is lovely.
It's
hey,
I would 50s.
I think this is unisex. I would totally rock this as well as a man bag. I think this is quite cool. But look, Margaret's not... what do you think? No? Could I not pull it off? Oh, no. OK, all right, maybe not.
There's other ones that might do as a man bag.
Yeah, OK. I love the design. I like tartan. Yeah. Now, that's just small, beautiful design.
And it's very easy to make.
Really?
Yes.
OK, I like that, because I mean, no, I can understand how it'd be easy to make, but it looks great. The actual styling of the bag, how great does that look? Beautiful.
Very rich.
You can see you can see the kits on your screen. I love the fact when I said I'll wear it, and both Lorraine and Margaret look at me. No, yes. Now we're going to be. Oh, just to let you say, we've got details on the screen for the patterns as well, so you can see that on your screens right now. Lorraine, talk us through the doll making kit that we're going to be having a look at.
The dolls that we have here, they're just beside you, Yanis. And this came from a friend asked me to knit a doll for a young lady that she wanted, and something quite bespoke. And it actually took me quite a little while to get, there wasn't anything readily available as a pattern that I could just use, so I had to design this. And I have to say here a big shout out to my ladies in Perth that helped, you know, check the pattern, do sampling for me so that we got it absolutely right. And in here you have a kit that has everything in it to allow you to make one of these dolls. There's a blue-haired doll, a red-haired doll and a blonde doll. In the kit you get enough probably to do 2 complete dolls, but they wouldn't have the rainbow legs. But there's enough wool there and enough wool to do a second dress. The pattern in itself is very straightforward. It's very good for a beginner knitter. Anybody above the age of 8, I would say, would be able to knit because it's very straightforward. But anybody that's a knitter would be able to knit it no problem at all.
They're so original, and they really embrace, I think, the best aspects of being a crafter. You can have a lot of fun with these.
Absolutely, because you can put your own personality on them. I mean, you can change, once you've got the pattern, you can actually then use lots of odds and sods of wool that you've got at home, you know, to recreate something that you want to create.
And you can, I love the fact, because you can personalise if you wanted to tailor it to look like someone. I would imagine, is this yourself there, Lorraine, maybe?
I wish. I wish.
But you can have some fun with it, and that's what they're there for.
That's the whole point. You know, it's a fun project. It's not like tackling a sweater, especially if you're a new knitter, and you just want to practice and that kind of thing, and you can do that with this.
Nice access point as well, introductory projects. So if you just want to find
it's a lovely gift as well, you know, if you were somebody that was interested in doing some knitting. The box is complete, everything is in the box that you require to actually start knitting.
I like that, so you don't have to go
you don't have to go and buy anything.
No,
everything's
really like
there that you need.
Have got options, so you've got details on your screen. You just go for the option that you like, so you've got red, blue and blonde are your options. Okay, so how do we start?
There's a couple of little things. The knitting part of the doll is very straightforward. There's just a couple of things that I have a construction sheet that comes with the pattern. And on that, it gives you the process of how to put, once you've knitted it, how to construct the doll. And the important part is to actually, I've given you a drawn head here, and the idea is to put this over. You probably need to put it up to a window to be able to see it. You know, but it lets you see where the eyes are, the nose, the mouth, so that you can actually position
find the features.
And it's important for me to show that to actually put safety eyes that come with it. So it's perfectly safe for young children.
That's good.
There's no problem with that. You just, now you can use any biro, or I'm using a fadeaway pen here, but you would just simply mark where you want the eyes to go. And as I say, you can use a biro because you're going to go right through
covering that
with the pen. Straight through from the front, so that you've got this at the back. Now this is an impromptu tool I've worked out. Any cotton reel at all, you put the safety washer in the middle there, and then it's easy for you to just go on top and push down.
Oh, that's good crafty knowledge.
Okay, and
that's cool.
That's easy for anyone to do, especially, I mean, people with arthritis and things like that. Sometimes fiddly things that can be good.
They're not easy.
But everybody's got a cotton reel, so they can do that.
So
that's the eye in, safely and secured.
I have seen, so I've done shows where putting in safety eyes can be a little bit fiddly.
A little bit fiddly.
It's the simplest I've ever seen it done.
Yeah, it's not a tool that you need to buy. Everybody's got a cotton reel at home.
I'm also a huge fan of the safety eyes, because you might be making it and thinking, well, I don't need to... So safety eyes effectively lock it in, so if you have got younger members of the family, they're not going to pull it out and pop it in their mouth. Even if you don't have younger children, you don't know if you're getting any visitors, and they might come around and pull on it, so I'm a big fan of the
Well, that was the
safety
reason
eyes.
for that, because you could... This doll could be knitted by an 8-year-old who could have a 2-year-old young brother or sister. So it has to have the safety eyes to make sure that that's safe.
Well, it just goes to show the thought you put into the projects as well.
Okay. The only other thing that I want to show is the technical aspect of putting in the hair. I haven't got a... You would sew the head up and put a little bit of stuffing in once you've done the eyes.
Get some form.
But then In fact, Yanis, if you give me out of the box
there,
what
would you like?
the crochet hook and the blue hair that's at the end.
Yeah, I can do that.
No, not that blue. The blue hair.
Sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
So here we go, because I actually forgot to take that out. And this is how simple it is. Your hair is all cut in lengths for you.
Strands as well.
Okay. So you just fold it in half, like so. You take...
They're Rapunzel-esque, the hair.
Yes.
Good strands of hair, I like it.
You go to the area of the head here, the crown of the head, I would call it. Here. You put your crochet hook through, you take the loop of the wool here, and you pull it all the way through. Once you've got it through, you just simply take that, pull it apart, lock it on, and then unwind the hair.
Oh, no, that's interesting. So you unwind it once you've done it?
Once you've attached it to
If you hadn't told me that and I hadn't seen the instructions, I would have been tempted to separate everything and then do it individually.
Yes, no. You put the thick strand through.
Got it. So they're locked in together and then they separate out.
They're locked in because you're just simply putting it through.
Yeah.
Simple to do. Simple to do. Just take a loop.
Looks like a very similar procedure to my cousin when he got his hair transplant.
Pull it through. Simply take the two ends, push it through, and you're locking it off.
Gotcha.
Just like so.
Perfect.
Okay? And then you just take each strand, uncurl it, like so. Now, that's the case for this blue-haired doll.
Lovely.
The redhead doll, you don't need to unfurl anything. You just fill the head with...
See this striking young lady?
Yes. That's eyelash wool, and that actually has... Yeah, and it actually has that lovely texture. It's lovely to touch. That. Yeah.
Now it really gives the hair body. I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Have you named them?
No, I haven't, because that's why they're rainbow dolls.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that everybody, creates their own, and they name them, they choose what they do, because it's much nicer that. Gives them ownership of their doll.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Just for a little bit of fun, we always love introduction, and please, this is the first time Lorraine and Margaret have been at Hochanda and joined the Hochanda family, so get in touch, say hello, welcome them here, email studio@hochanda.com. Also, if you've got any good names for the ladies, say when you get them home, you're going to have to name them yourself, but let's see what kind of names you can come. We'll start with this striking redhead. So what name can we give her? Love the hair. Let's get original names. Come on, let's think outside the box. Brilliant.
The other thing I wanted to show Yanis was I've done rainbow legs on the dolls, but in actual fact you can give them shoes, as I call it, by doing another colour on the feet.
That's cool.
And then still giving them rainbow legs if you choose.
I like that. So suddenly there's stockings and then you've got the shoes on there.
Yeah, so it's little shoes on the end. Cool. And as I say, there's more than enough wool to knit the body of the doll with plain legs as well.
What I noticed, and I feel I'm sounding like a broken record, I've said this a lot, including about the bags, the cushions, and now the kits here, but everything just feels such good quality. Yeah. You put a lot of effort into this, which we like.
It's a lot of sourcing. It takes quite a while. It took quite a time to get the pattern done, and then it took quite a bit longer than I had anticipated to actually get all the collection together. So, but it's been a fun project to do.
Lovely project to do. You're getting a huge amount of personality here. Look at the gang. You could be creating the gang here, which I like. So we've got options. So you've got that wonderful blonde, which is here. Then you've got the red and you've got the blue. You go for the option that speaks to you. Details on your screen, 569-561, your item number. Say red, blue, blonde. Those are your options, $24.99. But at the end of it, you are really going to have something that you will treasure, you'll keep. And I think will just be another member of the family. Right, now, we're going to pause just for a moment. We're going to have a quick recap, and then I will come back. Having fun?
Absolutely, yes.
It's not so bad being on the TV.
Not so bad.
All right, good. I know, so I was nerve-wracking first time, both doing great. We're going to be back with Lorraine and Margaret in just a moment. Let's take our morning stroll. I need to stretch my legs. Oh, OK. So, look, loads of goodies on the show. If you do want to recap on anything, for those of you that's just tuned in, we've got some beautiful artwork for you. I'm going to be showcasing them with the bags. And then you've got these wonderful cushions as well. And you've got also, well, lots more. Have a look on the website. We will explain more in just a minute. Okay, so what we're starting here, brand new company, and I always love meeting new guests and new companies. So Lorraine and Margaret, first time they've been here at Hochanda. They've joined the Hochanda family, and we're loving getting to know them a bit better. They are such lovely people. Really was pleasant talking to them before the show. If you have got any questions for Margaret and Lorraine, please feel free to email in studio@hochanda.com. So we started off with these fantastic posh bags. What I want to get across now, to me, this is the kind of bag, these are seriously good quality bags, and that's reflected in what you're getting. So for $49.99, you are getting a bag. If you went to a department store, got a bag with this kind of level of original artwork, the quality of the material, you'd be spending a lot more. Got this wonderful, look at this, you've got this Highland cow there. I want to say Hebrides. Would that be right? Hebrides? No? No. Just a Highland cow. Okay, I was trying to sound knowledgeable and failed every time. Why did I do it? But you have got that wonderful cow. Now, the designs are special because these are designed by Rachel, who is Margaret's daughter, and she's incredibly talented. She's only 17 years old. That is ridiculous. Rachel, you should not be that talented at 17. She's going to art college in the next year or so. Imagine what she's going to be producing in a few years' time. So that is your first option. Now, I'll tell you what, there is something on this. There you go, won't fall off. Okay, that's your first option. That's your Highland cow. Look at this stag. And what Rachel does, and talking to Margaret, Margaret was saying that Rachel is hugely passionate about nature, and she's poured all that passion into these designs. That is just such a lovely, strong image, really encapsulating the nature of the stag. You can just imagine that stag now, if you squint your eyes, could be standing in the distance, on a pasture field, or maybe in a woodland. I think a woodland would be better there. It's nice. Or we can talk about the thistle as well. Beautiful imagery. Now, this is kind of bag I think would look great as an everyday bag. It's functional. And as a bag, you want a bag that obviously you're going to use. They look great, they feel great, and it'll be a nice project to make. But these are bags you will use. Just having a look at that. They're a good size. Can I pick these up? These are nice. Oh, I tell you now, do you know who can really pull off a bag? We're going to see. Howard, come on in here. Come on, Howard. Come on, Howard. Oh, he won't. Oh, he can't. He's wearing... See, that's why I tell you not to wear branded T-shirts. There we go. I'll put it on. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, now, see? That's nice. I think I need a social media pic right here. I'll do that later on. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it on my social media. I've got my Hochanda Facebook page. But what you have got, beautiful bag that is functional. As I say, you will use these bags. They look great. They'll be a talking point. And also, it's original. Don't get a bag off the high street that everyone else has. Get something that's original. Get something that's bespoke. Get something that's quality as well. You can see everything about it. One thing you can't gauge on TV is the actual touch. And I really wish anyone who gets these bags, and we are busy for the bags, anybody who does get the bags, please, 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 email back in next time Margaret and Lorraine come to visit us and just tell us what you think, because I guarantee you will love these bags. OK, there's this stag, putting that down, and then we've got our thistle. And what Rachel's done so well is she's giving us different options here. So you've got something, this is quite young and fresh. Here you've got the stag, which is quite traditional and noble, and then you've got something, the thistle is very evocative, and I love the shadowing back there as well. It's like a second-generation print. Beautiful. $49.99, 027 853. You're getting everything you need to make these fantastic bags, and inside as well you've got usable pockets, everything you want. OK, so those are the bags. Now, we've got some fantastic cushions as well. Same artwork, same paneling, so you're getting all that beautiful artwork by Rachel, different way to enjoy it. I like the fact that all three designs work so well together. So can you imagine if you were to possibly have these in the home, maybe in a living room, tying everything together? They would look great. They'd look good in a traditional home if you've got maybe a cottagey type country-style home, or if you've got a modern home as well. I think these would look fantastic. The design and imagery, it's clean, it's crisp, it's fresh, it's beautiful, natural colours, really reflecting the subjects as well. The texture that Rachel's given, whether it is that wonderful stag, look at the texture, the form. She's really brought that image to life, and the eyes. That's what strikes me. It's the pose, it's the eyes. This is the look I normally get from Howard when I try and get me on TV. That's just like, no, I'm not going to do it. That's our floor manager. Or, look at this. Very nice. Now you've got oh, I'm hiding the cow. Let me show you. There we go. That's what I want to show you. That wonderful Highland cow. This, I think, Rachel's being clever. So she's gone from a very lifelike image of the stag. With the cow here, she's had a little bit of fun. She's embraced the essence of what you'd expect from that Highland cow, really giving it personality. I love, look, even the cheeky little eyelashes there. So this is a Mrs. Highland cow, I think. Very cute. Oh, if I saw this cow in the field, definitely go over and try and give it a stroke. It'll probably run away, but hey. $24.99 your price, 563-285 your item number. Can you imagine these in your room? Let's just say you don't have to go for all three because they are options. So what about this? I'm going to show you, okay? Let's just have a little think. Where would you put that thistle in the room? What room would you put that? I think that would look great. Just sat simply on a couch. Really, because if you've got a plain leather couch, you put that in, suddenly you're transforming the room. Lovely imagery. Or the stag here again. Look at that. Now, the armchair, imagine that on a bed or, sorry, the stag, imagine that in an armchair or a bed. That would look great. And equally, with the Highland cow, it's a bit more fun. So maybe you got a home, it's a bit trendy, and you're looking to splash something. Original artwork. This is what you're getting to enjoy. You're getting to enjoy original artwork, whether it's the bag or a cushion. Details are on your screen, $24.99, 563-285, your item number there. OK, so we've got something else to offer you as well. Going back to the bags, these are your retro tartan bag kits. So they are kits. You're getting everything you need to make these bags. They're really nice. I tell you, these are cool. I like these. The design, beautiful. You can never go wrong with tartan. You've got that quality there, but you've got, once again, an extremely usable bag, and that is so important. Because what you're looking for, when it comes to bags, you want to get a bag. I'm just showing you even that inside lining as well. Beautiful. What you're getting with, what you want with the bag, I should say, you want a bag that, yes, it looks good, but it has to be practical for your needs. And you're getting something here that's original, looks great, will work for you. There's a larger option, which I've got here, or I'll just show you a smaller option. Now, how cool is it? I think that is so funky. So this is great as a day bag if you just wanted to throw in your essentials, put them in there, your phone, your purse, camera, whatever you want. Put it in there and you are good to go. That would look, with the design of the tartan, I'm sensing that will look good all year round. So winter time, maybe some jeans, a cool coat, and you've got this, rocking this bag. How trendy are you going to look? $39.99 is a lovely project to make. It's a simple project to make as well. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced stitcher, you can tackle this. 544-886, your item number. Now, on our website, we've got some threads for you as well, because we all love a good thread bundle. And here we are not disappointing you. Hey. Now, 6 1,000-metre thread pack. Loving that, $14.99. You just go for the option that suits you there. So you've got lot $25.99. Your price if you want to go for the different bundle or another $14.99. The choices are yours. Have a look at the website. You've got variegated in there. You've got everything you need, the metallic. Just have a look for the option that works for you. OK. So as if by magic, Lorraine, you found yourself a sewing machine.
I did, just by magic.
What are we going to be doing now?
Well, Margaret will talk you through.
This is the lining of the bag.
OK.
The hands.
Great. We've got to explain, so if you don't mind me saying, you broke your arm.
I did. I broke it in 2 places.
Oh, so that's why Lorraine helping out with the demonstration. How did you do it?
I fell out the back door.
Fell out the back door. There we go. We'll say there was a bit of an only fools and horses moment.
And
you were leaning over, talking to your grandson, was it?
Yes.
Oh, well, anyway. So we'll talk us. You talk us through the project. So, how do we start?
Well, this is the quilter's quality pre-shrunk calico.
Okay.
And it makes a beautiful soft lining, but still very robust. So the lining's been constructed with the zip and the slip pocket made, because I think the critical thing about this is making sure that people know how to do the corners.
Yes, that's one area people do struggle on, getting those clean corners.
Yeah. And the main bag is made in exactly the same way as the lining.
Oh, so once you've done the lining, you're just following the same steps, the same principles to create the main bag.
You do.
Why does it feel so good? You know, I've had the main bag in my hand. You've got that structure, that form, but and also to the touch, it really does scream quality.
It's the quality of the fabric.
Yeah.
Craft Yourself Silly have done us proud with this particular fabric.
Yeah.
It wasn't our original choice, but when we saw the artwork printed onto it, it was absolutely fabulous.
Thank you. Hal's just handed me one of the bags, and what you're getting is, say, we're going to see the lining now, but this is really important to get across. The quality, and so my wife dragged me out, I remember last year, and she was looking for a bag, and the amount of bags we were picking up, and I couldn't believe the price. Seriously, for a bag of this quality, you'd be paying a lot more than $49.99, and you're getting to make it, and what sets this apart? You're getting a quality bag by itself, without the artwork. This bag will be worth $49.99, but when you add that original artwork, that bespoke artwork by Rachel, I think that really does take us to that next level.
It does, and all the images have been signed, so her signature's on the artwork too.
Now these, I think, in a few years' time, these could be worth a lot of money.
Well,
you never know.
That would be nice.
You never know. All right, sorry, I'm interrupting. So we're doing the lining, so we're just going to focus on the corners at the moment.
What Margaret wanted to show here was how, this is the corner, and we're going to actually put this together.
Okay.
But Margaret likes to have the large opening here.
Right.
So is that the bag, this is the lining.
Yeah.
Once you've stitched this up, it's easier to turn the bag through.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going to stitch across the edge here while Margaret talks through.
When you use bosal, and especially combined with this particular fabric, it's very strong.
Yeah.
So when you turn it through the lining, the bag wrinkles again. That's easily remedied.
Okay.
And the larger the turning gap, the easier that process.
Yeah. So what steps do you go through in designing a bag? How would you do it?
Usually from, you know, something I've seen before, the retro bags in particular. My mum had a bucket bag, and we lived in Australia when I was young.
Oh, wow.
And my aunt sent me a miniature one, and that's why I did both sizes. And it's a kind of a nod to the 50s.
That's like real telling your own story as well. I like that connection. Must bring back memories.
It does, and I mean, we've got some other stuff to follow on that's going to be 50s, 60s inspired.
I love that. Margaret, that's so cool. Absolutely love that. If you do have any questions for Lorraine or Margaret, please feel free to get in touch. Remember, this is your show. We would love to hear from you. studio@hochanda.com. So that was very quick there, Lorraine. Very quick.
So that's your corners done. You've got the large turning gap, which will make the next part of the process very easy.
If I just show everyone what we've done here. So you see, Lorraine was just showing you how she put the corners together, and that gives you that crisp, clean corner. And that's the difference between having a professional finish.
And so is pressing.
Yeah.
The seams open. Yeah. Because when the bag's finished, that gives a much neater finish to the inside.
Lovely.
And it also makes, when I press it with a fold here, so that when you're hand stitching this, because I always hand stitch the inside of my bag, you have a line to follow. It makes it much easier.
All of the instructions, by the way, come with the kit, so don't worry, you're not left on your own. Once you get these, you get all that. Brilliant.
Everything.
But you can see, I'll hand that back to you, Lorraine. You can see how knowledgeable you are as a stitcher. So your background, with stitching,
not in a professional sense. My mum taught herself to sew.
Wow.
And she taught me to sew as a young teenager. Yeah. And I sewed probably to my mid-30s. But I started to study, went to uni, got a degree, went to work. Not a lot of time for hobbies, but I started paper crafting. And the paper crafting led to making tartan buttonholes and corsages to go with wedding stationery. Okay. And it was when I was doing that that I was asked to make a bag to match a corsage, and that started me on
And that you've gone down a whole different... And now here you are on TV with your own bags, inspired with artwork from your daughter.
Indeed.
Right, so what's the next step? So we've done our corners. What would we do next?
Well, what we would do probably before we did the lining is attach the front panel to the bosal.
We wanted to show that, and I know you said this is really important. What were you saying to me earlier on? Let's tell everyone.
With any fusible foam, you can attach lightweight fabric fairly quickly. Yeah. But with this particular fabric and with tartan, if you take your time and do it slowly so that the glue melts properly, and you could take a good 2 to 3 minutes to do this. It's really important.
You do, and we're going to show that actually because it is so important. We will be showing that live on air. Let's have a look at the different options with regard to the artwork as we walk over to our iron. So here you can see you've got that wonderful Highland cow. I love the personality that Rachel's been able to bring to that Highland cow. So that's one option. We've also got the stag. Look at this noble stag. Very evocative there. That's another option for you. And then we've got our thistle. I'm really struggling to pick a favourite. If I had to add a push, if someone really forced me to pick a favourite, I mean, I love them all. I'd say maybe the thistle. I love the thistle.
I like the thistle.
And then I like the stag, and I'd have to go for all three. Genuinely, I can't pick. Okay, so
in the kit, the front fabric comes like this with the outline of the bag pattern.
Yeah, okay.
And you adhere the back of the fabric to the rough side of the foam. That's smooth, and that's the rough side. That's the side with the glue.
That. Yeah, you can, and you can actually see it as well. With so this foam is what gives the bag its structure. And it
does.
Gives it the luxurious quality.
And if you adhere it really well at this stage, it's what gives the quality finish that will last.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So normally you'd use a hot dry iron, but with this really sort of strong, robust fabric, and sometimes with tartan, if you give it a little steam first and then the dry iron, it makes it a lot easier. So that's what I tend to do.
Okay.
So don't cut the fabric out yet.
Yeah.
Wait until it's well stuck.
Now, Lorraine was speaking from experience when you say what not to do. So when you get this home, what shouldn't we do?
Give it a quick wiggle.
Yeah. Don't just literally whiz across.
No.
Take your time.
And do it in a methodical way so that you're covering each bit. But with the steam, you don't need to do this for very long, just for very short. And you can see the fabric starting to bubble out the way. And this is when you would switch the steam off. Okay. And then you're using dry heat to really stick this. And this is the time and the care that you would take to do it, where normally people give it a quick rub over.
Yeah, no, you can see that you are being methodical.
Yep, and you can see how well that looks when it's attached to the foam.
I mean, watching you now, Margaret, doing this, it shows that you should take your time with it. Don't rush it. But anyone can do this.
Yes, it's not difficult. The pleasure that you'll get from taking your time and making this in a morning or an afternoon or an evening.
How long would it take you to make the bag, would you say?
2 to 3 hours.
That's a lovely project. Could be a weekend project or a day project.
It's not one I would rush because the pleasure you'll get from doing a really good job is worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that you want to take your time with, have that quality finish, and then at the end of it, you've had the fun of making it, and then you've got a bag you're going to use and you will use. And I think it's the kind of bag that's going to be a talking point.
Indeed.
One thing I'll go, your friend, somebody's going to say, where did you get that bag from?
Yes. Yeah. When I was doing the prototype, they just sped out the door. I even sent 8 to Australia.
Really?
Yes.
Well, what you're getting here is such beautiful designs, a quality bag, and I can't stress that enough. But getting up close, really seeing the designs. Rachel's been so clever.
Yes.
There's even a splash of colour there in the background.
Right.
Love it.
And what you can do with it at this stage is once you've trimmed it and you've used it to cut out the template for your bag lining, is you can free motion, embroider, or even just follow the lines, which is what I tend to do. I just do lines, and you can use colours, you can use a single colour.
Oh,
and that's what personalises it for you. Your bag won't be like anybody else's bag.
So, Margaret, that's where we're talking about. If you just didn't want to do anything else to it, you make the bag, you've got the kits, it will look fantastic. They're great. As they stand, they are fantastic. But if you're an experienced stitcher and you want to take it to that next level, you want to maybe free motion, as Margaret just said, adding the details in, the wisps here, maybe following this around. Or you could have an embroidery machine if you want to add well, no, you've got a name now, I wouldn't add a name. But you can add details to this and take it to that next level.
That's right. There's a plain one there that has no embossing whatsoever, and it's just dressed with some tassels.
See? Now that is a very classy bag. So I've been shopping. I know how much bags cost. A bag of this quality, you'd be spending some serious money.
Indeed, you would.
And also getting the original artwork as well. This is something you're not going to see on the high street. Now, if you do like the artwork, you've also got it on cushions as well. Thank you so much for showing that, Margaret.
You're welcome.
So I'm just going to show you the cushion options. A beautiful artwork allowing you to explore the Highland cow in a different way. So if you would like the Highland cow in your living room, you can make a fantastic cushion. This is the kit that you're getting. Or that wonderful stag. Beautiful. Beautiful stag there. Really nice lines. Or the thistle, which I absolutely love as well. $24.99 for cushions of that quality. 563-285, your item number there. Again, look, you go out. First time I worked at Hochanda and did a show where we feature cushions, one of the guests said to me, next time you're out, just have a look at how much quality cushions cost you.
Yes.
And I was like, how much can cushions really cost? So when I was in the department store, I couldn't believe it. £75, £80, 50 quid. They're not cheap for good quality cushions. And here, original artwork, quality cushions that will just transform a room. Because cushions are the quickest way if you want to just freshen up a room, I think.
And it's really important as well, which is why the front and the back of the bags and the front and the back of the cushions are made from the same fabric.
Yeah.
You're not hiding the back with a cheaper fabric.
That's true.
It's quality all the way through.
That's what we expect. I'm enjoying this hour. OK, what are we going to do next?
I was going to show one of the important things about using tartan is ensuring that the pattern of the tartan is level.
Oh, OK.
So when you get your fabric at home, one edge will have a selvage edge, and that's the long line.
Right.
And that's where you fold your fabric, and you match these lines.
Oh. Gotcha.
It's not so critical on the upright lines, depending on the kind of bag that you're making, but it's absolutely critical that you match these.
Gotcha.
So that when you put your pattern on.
Yeah. It's a lovely tartan.
It's 100% wool.
Yeah.
And this one's called Modern Douglas.
Because you've obviously different tartans have different names. And so my friend's Scottish. He was in a show. What's the river? There's a soap.
River City.
River City. It was in Kieran Elliott. He was in River City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so a good friend of mine. He's out in the States now. But he was telling me, like, different houses have their own tartans as well.
That's right, and there's a lot of bespoke tartans, family tartans.
I like that.
There's about 11,000 altogether.
Wow. I went out in a kilt. The final night I was in the States, and my word, when you're wearing a kilt, you shouldn't really do it. You should only wear a kilt, really, if you're Scottish. So when I went out in a kilt, everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone come over and have a chat. Yes. I was a little bit sad that I couldn't. If I wore it in the UK, I think I'd get in trouble. But out there, the Americans, they all
that
thought.
Was all right.
Yeah.
That was all right.
Sorry. Anyway, I digress.
That's all right. When you get your pattern piece, if you place it at the bottom of the fabric and make sure it's absolutely level, and you can use the tartan lines to make sure that this part's level and it's near to the foot of your fabric. You would pin this securely so that the lines stay in place.
Yeah.
And I would pin the pattern
so
that you don't lose that integrity.
I got that.
Once you've cut this one out, you only need one of the base.
Okay.
So you can place that. And if you do it quite economically, you're left with a nice little piece of tartan that you can maybe make a cosmetic bag or a tissue holder.
Yeah, or a little purse maybe.
And it's the same with the lining, there's a little bit left.
Lovely.
So.
You know, you were saying, like, this is one of the bags that's quite easy to make. You can see that. That's not hard to make. Beautiful. I mean, you're working with beautiful materials, and at the end of it, you've got this wonderful retro design.
That's right. If you use quality materials, then you'll end up with a quality product.
Jack, there's one thing I'm taking from this hour. Both of you and everything we're offering, so whether it's the dolls or the bags or the cushions, all the materials are absolutely first rate. You can see that you're passionate about it and you want to bring good quality kits.
Yeah.
You want people to have a successful outcome to whatever they're using, whether it's a kit they're making, a cushion or a doll. You want it that they're assisted to get a good outcome at the end. But you can only do that if you use good quality tools.
You strike me as true crafters. When I say crafters, so we've got such a rich family of crafters, part of the Hochanda family.
Yes.
And you see people, you really love your crafting, and you want to bring kits that people will relate to, and at the end of it, they're going to have something they treasure and keep. That's
right. And the instructions themselves are a walkthrough. It's almost me talking you through how you lay it out and how you do it. And there's no technical language, it's all just very straightforward.
That's really important. Now, we've got bag patterns at the bottom of your screen as well, $14.99 if you just want the retro pattern, worth every penny. Now, if we have the pattern, if we were to make and sell, what's the policy there?
More than happy. As long as you don't copy the patterns, we're more than happy for people to buy and sell it. And there's some examples of different fabrics with the bucket bag.
Lovely. Now, just to let you know, we've got a lovely email in as well from Denise. Now, Denise is saying, thank you so much, Denise, for taking time. She's saying, it's lovely to see new guests on Hochanda. I always love it as well.
Thank you.
And she's saying, knitting and sewing, she feels very lucky. It's been a really nice hour, I've enjoyed it. So she's originally from Edinburgh, so she feels at home. There we go. Fellow Scot.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Denise. Keep the emails coming in. We love hearing from you. Studio@hochanda.com. This is your show, and it's so nice to be working with Lorraine and Margaret for the first time. This is the first time on air. You two are so relaxed. It's really... It's
on the outside.
It's brilliant. First time on TV. I think you're doing a great job. Now, we're going to be always showing you details for the various goodies. Look at these other goodies we have on the show as well. Look at the other fabrics for the bags. Now, that just goes to show with that back of... Love that. That's nice.
That's the Welsh Dragon.
That's really nice. And then just simply in the black, if you want to take that to a smaller bag there. That's suddenly, by going black... I think you've got a lovely bag, maybe an evening bag.
There's a satin one on the shelf as well.
Oh,
it's also sort of evening style.
Oh, if we can get there we go. That's the one. We're gonna give you a little shot there. That is very swanky. Special occasions, weddings maybe.
Yeah. Oh. And it's such a different look from exactly the same pattern.
Yeah, I like that. Really like that. So options, that's what we're doing. Now, we've got about 10 minutes left. What would you both like to show us next?
Do
you want to put you on the spot?
You have?
Oh.
No. What we could have done was...
we can have a recap and come back if you want to have a little bit of chat.
That would be better.
Let's do that. We'll have a recap and then we'll get back to Lorraine and Margaret. So here's the bucket bag, which is just featuring... You are getting all the hardware that you need. You're getting the instructions. You're getting everything you can possibly need. So do have a little play and enjoy. There. Right. Now, we've got the smaller option too, just to let you know. So if you do want the smaller option of that bucket bag, we'll just bring up the details for you. So the smaller option, $39.99. And that tartan is 100% wool. Good quality tartan. Tartan's not cheap. They're good stuff, so you're getting quality bag there, an original bag. Also got the patterns. A lot of you are going for the patterns. So if you just want the pattern, you can do that. $14.99. You're saving £5. 123496, your item number there. Bags. Now, if you have just tuned in, hello, welcome. You're probably thinking, what's going on here? So, M. Adam Designs is a brand new company that we've featured here on Hochanda. It was an absolute pleasure getting to meet Margaret and Lorraine. So, what we're showcasing, these beautiful bags. First thing to point out, the imagery. Now, these are hand-drawn images by Rachel, who happens to be Margaret's daughter, an extremely talented young artist. She signed the work there. I think by doing that, what you're getting is a collector's piece. I do mean that. So Rachel, she's off to art college next year. If she's producing works of this level at 17, can you imagine after art college the kind of stuff she's going to be producing? But what you're getting is something that is truly original. It's got personality. It really speaks to you. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit different, with the Highland cow there, I love the fact that Rachel's worked so hard to bring you a design, or a little bit of personality in each one. So the Highland cow, to me, is a little bit more fun, taking the essence of the Highland cow and really bringing the best qualities there. And this is kind of what we associate with the Highland cow. So Rachel's added her own little twist. But then going on to the stag. Now this is a bit more traditional. She's really working with those colours, the tones and the shape of the stag, the eyes, they're penetrating. They've got that deep brooding stare there. So you've got that wonderful strong image with the stag. And then we've got the thistle. So you just go for the option that speaks to you. This is a prime example of how Margaret was saying, if you did want to add some free motion onto your bags and take them to the next level, you can personalise, customise. So if you are an experienced stitcher and you want to do a bit more to it, you can. You don't have to by any means, because standing alone without anything else, it looks great. If you wanted to put some beads maybe in here, you can do whatever you like. The choice is yours. $49.99, you are getting a quality bag. And that's what, look, it's reflected in the price. You're getting quality materials, you're getting quality images, you're getting a bag you will use. If you are looking for an original bag, a nice project to make, $49.99. Now, can you, just for the privilege, you say, as an experience, look, if you were going to go to an art class or do something, here you've got a project, you've got the step-by-step instructions, and then you get a bag at the end of it that you're going to use for years and years to come. It's going to be a talking point. Everything about this bag is quality. So you've got that structure, that foam structure in there. You've got that beautiful material to work with. I mean, it really is first rate, and I mean that. I stand by it, and you know, genuinely, you know that I would never say anything that passionately if I didn't 100% believe it. So when you get this bag home, you will love it. 027 853, your item number there. Now, we've also got it in cushion form. So if you love the images, but maybe you're not looking for a bag, but you are looking to enjoy these wonderful illustrations by Rachel. We've got these beautiful images. There's the Highland cow in cushion form, $24.99. These are options. We've got the stag there for you as well. And finally, we've got the thistle. Now, if you do want more than one, remember the golden rule at Hochanda. If it's sharing the same item number, you're only paying 1 P&P if you get more than one option. Right, so have you had a little bit of a chinwag?
Yes.
Great. We've got about 5 minutes left.
OK. One of the things that's a little bit different about the tartan bag is because of the curved edge. Yeah. It's not...
that gives it that bucket feel.
It does. It's important to put the hook for the strap on the outside of the bag. All right. So that it doesn't interfere with the crossover. Oh, OK. And the way I tend to do it is you cut 2 3-inch pieces for these loops.
Everything you need in the kits, by the way, included?
It's all included, and it's this prim hardware, so it's good quality.
Oh, OK. Now, that's important.
It is.
You really haven't scrimped in any element of anything I've seen today? No. So you're not getting any plastic or anything like that? No. It's metal, that's great.
And all that, the hardware matches. Yeah. And the technique I use for this is one that I just developed myself, because I thought this was an easier way of doing it. Right. Is you just drizzle a bit of fabric glue. Right. I use the Kalal one. Yeah. And you stick these 2 pieces together. And then clip them.
Gotcha. Well, that's not hard. Give it a little clip, easy start, either side.
And then you set it aside to dry, because you don't put this through your sewing machine while it's still wet. You leave that to dry for a little while. It's like the preparation for the bosal or the single-sided foam, whichever one you choose to use. If you do this ahead and then set it aside.
Yeah, how long would you say, so how long would you leave that for?
I would leave that one for about an hour. OK. So I would probably do that before I started constructing the bag.
That's a really good tip. So leave it going, and then it's ready for when you need to use it.
That's right, and when you stitch it onto the bag, it's just a single line of stitching here and here. Because that's glued, it will stay on your bag and it's nice and firm.
That's a good tip. Like that.
One of the other things that people often have difficulty with is fitting the slider. Yeah. Which, my method of doing it, I usually drizzle a little bit of PVA glue along here. Right. Or you can overcast it. OK. Because I don't like to double the fabric over. Yeah. If you're doubling that over, you've got a very thick seam. If you seal the edge... Yeah.
When you say overcasting, I'm just conscious that we might have new stitches to the family, so what do we mean by overcasting?
Most sewing machines will have a zigzag stitch. Yeah, you can zigzag or like a satin stitch, or if you have an overcaster. Yeah, OK. Foot.
Great.
And that's a nice tidy way.
Yeah. And then the thing is, these little details, giving it that final finish. You don't want to let the bag down. You've taken time, you've got a beautiful bag here, you want to make sure you finish it in a nice way.
That's right. And then that one is threaded through. This is on your bag, physically on your bag. And then you feed the tape through and over. And then under.
Lovely.
And this side then attaches to the other loop that's on your bag. Okay. And again, because you've sealed the edge, there's no double fabric. Yeah. So you've just got that single width. And that's the benefit of using the interlining that I do along with the lightweight polyester webbing, is it makes the bag very lightweight. Yeah. It's not heavy.
It's important. Now we come to the end of the hour. say thank you so much, Margaret, Lorraine.
Thank you.
Have you had fun? How's been your first TV experience?
Absolutely, it's been enjoyable.
Been amazing.
Good.
And not quite as bad as I thought it
was going to be. That's what we want. That's what we want. Now, look, we've got just enough time. Have you got any mentions or shout-outs? Do you want to say hello to anyone?
Family and friends, thank you for all your support.
Oh,
absolutely, just the same.
Yeah.
And all my ladies, as I say, that have helped me test everything.
Yeah.
They all know who they are.
Okay.
So I just thank them for their help and support. It's been great.
Yeah. And thank you both for coming in. We've got to give a big mention to Rachel as well.
Absolutely.
She's watching this morning.
She is watching. Rachel, your artwork is incredible. I'm looking forward to the pieces you've got to come. Let's have a quick recap of what we've enjoyed on the show. So the bucket bag, proving very popular. This is a large one, $49.99. You got that wonderful M. Adams retro tartan bucket bag kit. That's your large. We've also got the smaller option, Do. So if you want to go for the smaller option, $39.99, 544-886, your item number. Now, we've got the patterns. If you just want to go for the pattern, and we've shown the versatility, they have been very popular this hour. I see why. Beautiful retro design, $14.99 your price, 123-496 your item number. Also, the dolls. The dolls were so popular. We like the dolls. So if you do want to go for the doll kit, you're getting everything you could possibly need in the doll kit. $24.99, 569-561 your item number. They have so much personality. You just go for the option that speaks to you. And then we've got the bags with the beautiful, unique artwork brought to you by Rachel. So you've got them in cushions, you've got them in bags, you've got the Highland cow, there's the stag, and then there's the thistle. Those are your options there. 027-853 item number for the bags. And if you're going for the cushions, details are at the bottom of your screen right now. I'm so looking forward to you coming back to visit us soon.
Yeah, in January.
I don't see you before. Back in January. We'll have a great Christmas and New Year. And we'll see you very, very soon. Hogmanay. There we go. Right, don't go anywhere. We've got another fantastic hour coming up. See you in a moment. So, coming up next, check this out. We've got encaustic wax art. This is going to be a special show. Then we've got die cutting with Gemini and Be Crafty a little bit later on. So much to enjoy. If you're watching on the Crafting Market, it's Tonic half price one-day special. Hello, that's on Sky 676.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp Limited. We're well known in the industry for designing and manufacturing top quality, award-winning craft products. As with all craft projects, you need a good starting place, a great stamp, a top quality stencil, and in recent times we've developed the groovy parchment art system so that your line art is perfect on parchment. Another exciting development to come from the marriage between Parchment and our stamp company is the fabulous designer papers and now the designer parchment. There is nothing like it. Each groovy plate is precision etched, and by simply getting in the groove with a stylus, you can easily transfer great designs onto parchment. Groovy is a modular system. The plates complement each other and work beautifully together. They are packed with elements and allow you to build your own original artwork. Whether you're a novice or a traditional parcher, you will love these plates. And for me personally, having beautiful line art is what motivated me to want to learn traditional parchment skills. So why not get in the groove with us here on Hochanda?
Hi everyone, I'm Gordon.
I'm Justin.
And
together we are Be Creative.
Justin and I formed our company just under 1 year ago to bring you new and exciting products under the Be Creative brand.
We have a fantastic relationship with Hochanda and we love to share our ideas and creation with you, our viewers.
So why not come be creative with us
here at Hochanda?
Good morning, everybody. You are in for an absolute treat. We've got a whole hour of encaustic wax art. Look at the effects you're able to achieve. They are stunning. It's versatile, it's creative, and it is the best possible way to have fun. Because as crafters, what you want to do is, while you're working, have a smile on your face, and you cannot help but have the biggest smile on your face. And the effects. Now, at the moment, you're seeing the very talented Mike just showing you some of the effects you can achieve. It's striking. Are you kidding me? So, literally, the most striking landscape in seconds, in wax. It's original, it's effective, it's fun to do, and it encapsulates everything we want from craft. I mean, this is such a great discipline. Now, can you imagine the cards you're going to make, the frames? I know who's a huge fan of this, our Matt. So he was showing me some of his stuff that he was doing, and this really is such a lovely, lovely, lovely technique. And just showing that you can carry on working, changing it around as well if you're not happy. What I love about this album, we're going to show you all the different techniques and tips you can, but it's a versatile hobby. So now we're going to change it around, moving it around. The vibrancy of the colours, now, you know, really taking on the quality of the wax, using your iron, having some fun, getting a look. Now, to me, that looks like a wonderful avenue. You've got those beautiful trees bowing over the road, the depth, the light, and that's on the same piece of paper. That is ridiculous. Oh, wow. This is achievable. Please, I know Mike's very talented, but I don't want you to be overwhelmed and think, no, I couldn't do it. Oh, that was great, Mike. It's gone now. We can have a lot of fun. That's what we're going to do this hour. We're going to pause there, Mike. OK, no, we'll carry on. We'll see one more. Go on. Yeah, one more. Go for it.
We can stop whenever you like.
Yeah, we'll see one more.
Just keep going. All right, so I'm just going to do a little quick finish off. Let's put a sky on, and then a little bit of more rugged landscape, and we'll just make some mountains this time.
Wow.
You can keep it as simple or as complex as you wish.
That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Now, allow me to introduce you. Come over here, Mike. Allow me to introduce you to the very talented Mike, who was showing us those inspirations. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
And this is Shona. Hello, Shona.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so my introduction to wax art was actually with Matt Milano.
Okay,
He was showing us showing me some of his work, so he loves it.
Himself,
yes. Yeah, he really does love it. Anyone who's new to encaustic art, just tell us a little bit about the company and what you're offering.
Well, we've been going for, I've been doing this since 1986.
Wow.
The company's been going for more than 25 years, 30 years. And, well, hundreds of thousands of people around the world have had a go at encaustic art. It doesn't really matter what your skill level is. What's important is that you're willing to launch in without too much preconception.
That's
when you, in art, when you preconceive, you think, I'm going to do that before you start. If you don't do it, you fail. So with encaustic, if you just set off into it with a sort of general direction, like an abstract or landscape, and just play around, see what happens, and react, then anybody can do it.
I would imagine, Shona, that using the wax, it does take you, as Mike was saying, you let it guide you, and suddenly you're discovering new things. So you might have kind of a direction you want to go in, but all of a sudden, when you're working with the iron, working with the wax, you see something, and it takes you in a whole different direction.
Well, that's the thing, because a lot of people say, oh, but I'm not creative, I'm not artistic, I can't do it. But that's the beauty of the wax, is that when you put it on, suddenly you say, oh, there's trees. So suddenly you think, oh, yeah, and then you know, you can get random, like, dolphins swimming, and that's the beauty, it really is. It sucks you in, and suddenly you're away, you know, and you say, but I don't know about colour and all that, but the iron blends the colour for you. So it's just about putting a few mixtures on, and then the iron actually blends it.
So easy to do, and it's escapism once you start doing it. And the beauty is, watching Mike work just a moment ago, if you do something, you don't like it,
just change it.
Just literally wipe the iron over, and you go in a whole different direction.
In a tiny phrase, it's just, it's unfreezable paint. So you do something with it, and you can unfreeze it at any point in time, next week, next year. So when you start, you just, as soon as you like something, stop, and then move on, do another card. You can always come back and change it.
Unfreezable paint. You had me at hello. Love it. It's going to be a really nice hour. Now, we have got a starter kit. We're already busy for this starter kit. There's a Freedom discount, £58.49. It is a Freedom Why Not deal. Let me explain what that means. become Freedom member first, because you are going to be saving as a Freedom member more than if you weren't. So your saving will cover your Freedom membership. Then you get Freedom membership for a month to enjoy. At the end of that month, if you want to opt out, you can. Make sure you pick the UK plug. I know we do have a lot of viewers in Europe, so if you are in Europe, you just pick your EU plug there. And with your postage and your Freedom discount, you're saving £10.50. So you know what I'm saying? This is a why not deal. Look at what you're getting. So you're getting the encaustic art set. You're getting the iron. You're getting 16 wax blocks. You're getting your scribbling tool. You're getting your card. 94 sheets. You're also getting the A4 in there as well. So lots to play with, lots to enjoy. And a lot of you are shopping ahead on our website. Do get ahead. This is going to be a busy one. What we'll do, I'm going to go down the counter with Shona and just have a look at some of the goodies. We'll start. Should we start here?
Yeah.
We'll start here. So, Shona, that was me, sorry.
Yeah, it was like,
we'll kind of sway back
I've
in.
not even had a drink. So I'm just going to say good morning, Leo. I hope you're watching Grandma and Grandpa before you go to school. I did tell him, he's only 2, but yesterday he was, I told him we were coming on and he was so excited. So, hi!
Hello, Leo. Look who's on TV.
Yeah, Grandma. I know I don't look old enough to be a grandma.
You guys married?
Oh, yeah. A long, long time.
The only reason I asked, I was working with a guest and I said it and they weren't married and that was very awkward.
Oh, no.
No, it's just my friend.
No, 35 years we are.
35? How did you meet?
Yeah, his sister was a nanny up in Scotland and she was coming back to Wales with all her luggage and she says, will you help me? And I said, yeah, OK. So it was my 21st birthday and I came back and met her brother and I danced to him that night and I went, sister-in-law? And she went, really? I went, yeah, I'm going to marry him.
Wow.
And that was it. So
you had no choice.
The option.
There we go. We digress. That's a nice story.
Yeah.
So, talking here, now, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so in here you've got the painting with wax book, and in this book it's taking you through all the very basics, how to paint with wax, and there's also the DVD here, the quick cards, and it's showing you all different effects that you get from the iron. And this little picture you've got is just actually done using the stylus. So you've actually, these are some Christmas cards that guests have sent us in different years. Yeah. I mean, seriously,
Shona, that is really good. And the fact that you are getting the DVD in there, that's your own tuition.
Yeah, this one here is like these die cuts, and this lady comes from Australia, and she sends us a Christmas card every year. And so we just brought it along to show you what you can do.
Look at this next inspiration. These are all phenomenal.
And these are just abstract effects, and you've used your stylus just to put all the little dots in.
I can see why you've got so many fans worldwide. I mean, worldwide. So, is it Mike taking you through on the DVD?
Yeah, Mike's the one that does the books and the DVDs. So I'm just his sidekick, really. So.
Well, look, it's great. And I just spending the... we've only talked a short time, Mike and I. But he's got such a lovely way about him. You can say it's relaxed. He's really... When he's giving the tuition, I can imagine it's a nice DVD to watch.
Do you know, but believe it or not, there was a lady one time used to buy his DVDs. And... she lost the DVD and she came back and she said, I said, but haven't you got it now? She says, yeah, but she says, I take it to bed with me, she says, because when I put his voice on, she says, it just...
It's relaxing.
She says, so relaxing, and I just thought that was hilarious.
Another use. If you wanted some dulcet tones to relax, should we just have a quick flick through the book, just to show you what you're getting? That lovely book. So
this is just showing you your basic tools and materials, and then your colours and how to mix them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then how to set up your workspace, because it's really important.
So Mike's just saying, but what were you saying, Mike?
Search Press Classic.
Yeah, this is a classic, Now, this book has been going for a long time now, just like we have. So, and now this is just showing you how to develop your techniques.
Now, look. And these are techniques and results that you could be enjoying. This is all achievable. Mike's going to be taking you through every step of the way.
Well, that's it. You know,
love that.
Some people like to watch it on a book, and other folk like to watch it on the telly. So that's why we've done the DVD and the book together, combined, because it's all abstract effects at that point. This is taking you into landscape, like Mike showed you at the very beginning, and we'll be showing you more of these, how to build up a landscape later.
This is such a great book. I can see it is a classic. I mean, look at that. Just look at that with wax. Are you kidding me? That's not watercolour, that's not pencils, that's not alcohol markers, that's wax.
And that's the beauty, really, of wax, is that when you melt it. So that's like the same picture, but just showing you different colour and, you know, using different colours.
Is special. So you're getting... Now, look, can we just pause for a moment? $13.99. You're getting the book. you're getting the DVD, and you're getting value for money. I mean, look, you'd pay that just for a book or a DVD. Seriously good value for money, but also the education. How much would you pay if you went to a class to learn these techniques? You've got, effectively, one-to-one tuition with Mike in the DVD. You've got the reference of the book. These aren't going anywhere. You can start exploring your wax art, and you will love it. 234379, your item number there. Great set. I think that is really good value. Now, we've got blocks for you. These are a pick and mix. Shona, the colours. You're choosing 8 colours for $9.99.
Yeah, that's
a little goes a long way as well.
It does.
So I'm just looking here. What strikes me with the wax, the vibrancy, intensity of the colours. And you've got such a rich mix. So you can effectively, because you're choosing 8, you can get a few brights in there. You can get some natural tones in the greens, the blues, the browns. What would you go for out of your 8?
Well, in that set that you get when you buy the kit to start with, this is the colours that you actually get in the set when you buy it. So you've got some vibrant colours and you've got your whites and stuff. So that's the colours that you get when you start. But then you want to add more, you know. And so it depends on if you're doing fantasy work or if you're doing landscape work. But that's the beauty, the idea of being able to pick and mix. So you can choose what you want.
That's nice. Because we've all got different choices.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Everyone, different colours, we respond to different colours.
Yeah, and you'll find that you get through a lot of white, because if you're doing skies, you need a lot of white to make the picture really, you know, mirror live.
Look at that blue.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, these are the colours that you get in the starter kit. I'm right in saying?
Yeah.
The starter kit, extremely popular. If you're looking for a brand new hobby, a great way to explore your art. And also what I like, this is a crossover art.
Yeah.
So if you're into paper crafting, mixed media, you can suddenly take your disciplines you're learning with your wax art and transfer them across.
That's it.
Transferable skill.
In the pick and mix, you just choose, as I said, what you want. So if you're doing rubber stamping as well, then you would use the clear wax.
Yes.
So a lot of the stamp, you know, people like have got stamps, and then they don't realise that you can actually use it with encaustic as well. So it's just like stamp your image.
Yeah. Pick and mix. $9.99. You pick your favourite 8. They'll last you a long way. Those are your choices. You can choose on the web or the phone line. 736-201, your item number. Now, we were talking about the starter kit.
Yeah.
Look at all of this. It is a wealth of treats for you, and what an amazing gift to give somebody the opportunity to explore a brand new discipline. Is this everything we need to get started?
This is everything you need to get started. And the beauty is, for £65, $64.99, you've got a brand new hobby, and you've got everything that you need in there. And there's enough wax in there to cover about 200 bits. Like 200 little pictures if you cut the card up into, you know, like A6 size. So you get the iron and you get the art set. Now in this art set you get the A6 card and you get the A5 card and the A4 card. So you get 40 sheets of A6, 20 sheets of A5 and 10 sheets of A4, and then you get 24 sheets of coloured card as well. And we'll be showing you some pictures on black card later as well.
So that would, I would imagine, just gives you a whole different dynamic. It
does, and you can also mount your white card onto that as well, use it as backing paper as well. And you also get the little metal scribing tool, like Mike showed you in the beginning, like to do like that little pathway into the picture. And you also get the guide in there as well. So if you don't read much, and you think, oh, I don't really want to have to go through it, oh, I just want to get started because you're impatient. If you just turn to the back page, just like to the very back page, that's your quick start. So you just need to read that. That's all you need to read to get started. Because I know what I'm like. When I get something new, I don't read the instructions.
Shona.
I know I'm terrible.
I do the same.
You know, I got a spiraliser and had no fingers hardly. I had chopped my 2 tops of my fingers off before I realised what I was doing wrong. Did you do that recently? No, a while back, but it's sitting on the work surface to go to somebody else now.
So do read the instructions.
Yeah, do read the instructions.
Look, you're getting a comprehensive kit here. We are extremely busy. When you see this in action, you'll know why it is busy. It deserves to be busy. Item number 504-827. You've got 2 flexi payments as a Freedom member. I love the fact you've got a Freedom discount. So look, for £29.25, you get all of this. You're getting the iron, you're getting the papers, you're getting the stylus, you're getting the wax. That's your first flexi payment. That is your delivered price. And then obviously in 4 weeks' time, you pay your remaining payment. Or if you're not a Freedom member, £32.50, still a phenomenal price there as your flexi payment. That's part of your first flexi payment. Now, we do have a stylus for you. A lot of you are shopping ahead. We like that. For the stylus. A lot of you go for the stylus. They're just having a look. Now, that's pretty cool.
Well, that's really good for doing the fine detail. You know how on the card you're doing all the little spots and
if you're drawing trees and things like that.
You
so
do.
Mike will show you that.
Maybe you've already got the starter kit and you're looking to treat yourself with that low heat stylus. $33.99 your price, 819723 your item number, and it just allows you to achieve different effects and techniques. So, Mike, you did genuinely amaze me at the start how easily, and this is something I would imagine, even just starting off, you'll have great results.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that straight away, as soon as you put the first bit of wax on, you think, oh, look, did I do that? It's that sort of feeling. You met the wife then?
Yes, met the wife.
Okay. Right, so the iron is set on a low temperature, and the waxes are designed for melting at this temperature on the iron.
Yeah.
And I'm just melting these colours on to create bands. And the reason I'm doing that is that when I put them on the card, they stay separate. So you can see already how the yellow and the blue start mixing.
They blend, that's right.
They blend, and the red and the yellow start to make it orange. So the colours mix just like any other colours do. If you put them on randomly, it's quite easy to overmix, and I'm going to show you what happens in a minute there.
Different effects.
Basically, we've got smoothing. The second effect is put the iron down and lift it, and we get this suctional effect.
And that suddenly, it's very organic. It gives you, I'm seeing trees or lightning or...
And it's quite simple to understand. If you think of my hand as the liquid wax under the iron, when I lift it up, air comes in and it splits into lots of little channels.
So effective.
Yeah, exactly.
Just got to show that these little touches, anyone can do.
Exactly, anyone. You can't
it's not
avoid
a steep
it.
learning curve.
You'll be trying to avoid it, probably.
Okay.
The other thing is it's cool already.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's dried so quickly.
Yeah, and I can change the whole thing just by putting the iron down, because the solvent is actually heat. It's an invisible quality. It's an alchemic process.
How did you get involved with wax art? So I'm sure you're tired of every time you do a show someone asks you.
I was a wood turner, actually, and I used to do shows. And I was doing a show, and I met a guy from Canada who was working with something similar. And from that, I decided, when he went back to Canada, that I was going to have a play at it. Shona bought a painting of his. We were at Alexandra Palace, actually.
Oh, okay.
And we put it on the wall in our house. And I just kept looking at it and thinking, it's just effects. I could do that. And so I had a go, and 10 weeks later, I put some paintings up, along with my wood turnings, in an exhibition, and I sold £400 worth of paintings in the first week.
Wow.
So I thought, bingo, here we go.
Hello.
I'll do this then.
Yeah, hello,
and the guy had gone back to Canada. So I'm just showing you different effects here. So here I'm wriggling the iron like that, but I'm doing it very fast. So it creates these lovely effects.
Nice. So are these techniques that you've learned or you've discovered, you've kind of created?
You bump into them as you go along.
I like that.
So it's not really my technique. It's really a technique that the wax brings about. You can always put, as I showed at the beginning there, very, very briefly, you can always put more colour on. So if I just put the same colours back over, you'll notice already that a lot of the colour that I was using is now here, because I've washed it all off. So you can always put more colour back on, and that sort of revitalises it. The card underneath stays clean, whereas on the paper here, you can see it's soaked in. Now, the fact that it's soaked in can make lovely batten papers.
Oh, that's
so
true.
You
work on your papers so you're effectively getting the most from your wax.
You can do, but you can work onto absorbent papers, but start with the card in the set.
So, now, just say, so once you've used up the card in your set, what are we looking for? What kind of card should we work on then?
Well, there's an encaustic painting card. It's not expensive, it's inexpensive, and it's the best stuff to start with and to work with, really.
Great, and we've got
the details. It's an absorbent card. A non-absorbent card, sorry. So you can use absorbent papers, but then you can't change what you do. So I can't change this anymore because it's soaked in.
And that's important. Here, you need to have that ability to flow the wax. Got details on the screen if you are looking for the papers. $9.99. Now, when you're saying they're a good price, look at that, 70 sheets. You're also getting different sizes as well, so 40 of the A6, 20 of the A5, 10 of the A4. You do need the special paper. When I say special paper, you do need a certain kind of paper to work with the wax. So the encaustic art paper here, it allows you to manoeuvre that wax.
So, as you've been saying that, you can see that people will end up with cards like this, where the colours have all mixed together.
I love that, though.
OK, what I wanted to do is to show you a very simple landscape, so it's like an escape. Let me show you, first of all, you can actually take a tissue and you can wipe colour off.
Oh.
So you could go back to the card and just do it that way.
Yeah.
But what I've found over the years is that if you... I'm going to make a landscape on top of this now.
Okay.
If I take some white...
There, you're able... It's like wood grain, how the different effects and textures you can achieve.
That's because there's not much wax on, and so it's being dragged very thin.
Okay.
So if I just take white and go over this dirty colour...
Yeah.
It'll make a sort of stormy sky.
Oh, now that's dramatic.
So it looks a bit like a sort of a seascape now, doesn't it?
Okay, wow, all right. Before we do anything else, can you just pause for one moment? That is phenomenal. Look, you really get a sense of the sea and the sky. That, if you just... I know there's more to this, but you put a frame around that and I'd be happy.
Because it's just effects.
Yeah.
And in fact, in a gallery, you'll tend to see things more simple like that than overworked.
Yeah.
Crafting, the way I think about it, crafting is the process and art is the individuality of it.
If we were the tip of the iron, if we were to peek here, would we be able to create waves?
Oh, if I want to do waves, so I've just messed that up, so just put it right again.
See how easy it is.
If you take if you take the edge of the iron here, just clean it off. So I'm going to use a straight edge here.
Okay.
Just run it through the wax. So I've got wax on there now.
Yeah.
And then just do some little lines like this.
Yeah. Ah.
So I hadn't intended to do a seascape, but hey,
I apologise. This is all me.
So you can see how it works.
And suddenly you're getting that foamy nature.
Another thing you can do, you can actually take the blocks and you can crayon them on.
Oh, okay.
So if you crayon them, and then actually my pad's a bit warm. I have to be honest about this. The pad's a bit warm. It's cold there, but warm here because I've been working.
Okay.
So if I go there, I can rub it more easily to smudge it in.
Good tip.
So it's a very simple way of adding a little bit of colour into something that I couldn't before.
Right.
And then what I can do is I can just take the tip of the yarn and as I... No, I didn't do a bird before. A bird is simply spot, flick one way, back to the spot, flick the other way.
Oh, wow.
And if I show you another...
So simple, looks great. And these are on the DVD in your book, are these techniques we learned?
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah.
If you turn the yarn upside down, because when you hold the yarn like this, you're working from your shoulder. If I just put my shoulder right in the shoulder, so I'm working from here.
Right.
And that's a long span for your arm. So if you turn the yarn upside down and hold it with your hand on the table like a massive pen, just clean that tip off. Then I can do a little tiny one here, look.
So you're getting more precision?
Yeah, well, for some people it helps.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't want to. Another thing you can do, you could take an edge on this, so I could just go down there. And whilst it's warm, I can just wipe that off. And it can just add something. You're not sure about that, are you?
No, no.
So put my edge there and just go down.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. It gives you perspective now. This could be a window that you're looking through.
So you can just keep on and on.
Do you mind if I just hold that up?
Go for it, okay. One more thing.
Go on,
the final thing when you're doing encaustic, if I can get a tissue here, is just to take a tissue pad.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, if I just do it like that, you can see there's a small shine on it, a small sheen.
Yeah.
But if I polish it...
Oh, right.
There, you can have it now.
No, thank you.
You can see the shine on it now.
Look at this.
Oh, you're on there now.
There, we're going to just get close. There we go. Just look at this.
There we are.
That is stunning. And look, Mike wasn't even going to go in this direction, but it just goes to show how fluid the wax is. And enjoy it. See where the wax takes you. What are you going to discover? These are tips and techniques that Mike's going to show you. You have got the DVD and you have got the book. Learn, enjoy, discover.
In a way, the very fact that you noticed the sea and thought, oh, that could be a sea, and that we could go there, when you're doing it yourself, that's what's going to happen. Is
that's
you're
the
going to
fun
look at it
part.
and think, wow, what's
and
that?
everyone's going to see something different. Now, we have got a picture, speaking of seeing something different. This from Anne-Marie. Let's take a look. Oh, Anne-Marie.
See? Look at that. Fantastic.
Now, Anne-Marie said she bought the kit over 10 years ago, and it is still as good then as it was before. So that's a huge compliment, Mike. Think how many people you've inspired as well.
One of the things, the wax doesn't deteriorate. It's wax. Think of a candle in a drawer. It's there 20 years later.
Love that. Mike, we'll come back. So we're going to see more demos there. Now, also, Anne-Marie was saying that she's got the DVD, and she's saying she loves the DVD and the book as well. Said it's priceless. There we go. Mike's got such a nice tone I wonder if we've got to ask him if he's ever done any acting or presenting. He's got a lovely tone, hasn't he? OK, so starter kit, $64.99 your price. There is a freedom discount here. You're getting all the tools and techniques, everything you need to get started. This right now, for £58.49 is your freedom price. That is your hobby right there. This is your access point to encaustic wax art. Now, well, today, you only need to pay £29.25. As Freedom member, that is your price. But this is a why not deal. Can I just explain? Even if you get Freedom today, actually I'd advise you, I don't want anybody paying full price for this. I want you to have that Freedom saving. Please, nobody pay full price. I want everybody to first get Freedom. So get your Freedom membership. I tell you why. I'm trying to save you money, because with the Freedom discount and also saving on your P&P, effectively put those two together, that's £10.49 saving. Your Freedom membership is £6.97, I should say. Apologies. So you can see the maths. Get the Freedom discount, and then the best part is you get to enjoy Freedom membership for a whole month, and at the end of that month, if you want to opt out, you can. Doesn't cost you any more. OK, so this is what you're getting here. You're getting everything you need to get started. You're getting a quality iron that you will work with. Then you're getting the papers in there as well. You can choose with the iron whether it's a UK or EU plug. £29.25. You're getting the wax, quality wax. A little goes a long way. You're getting your booklet in there as well. You're getting the stylus. Again, this little metal, and it's got some weight to it. It's not a plastic stylus. So you're getting a stylus in there as well. Not the stylus, can I just say, not the stylus that we featured by itself at the bottom of the screen, the scriber. That's the scriber. So this is your scriber. Thank you, Shona. So you're also getting the papers in there too. And these are very special papers, because what these allow you to do, work with the wax. What struck me when Mike was showing the inspirations, how quickly he was able to do one effect, and then if you don't like it, whoosh, go across, you've got another effect. But did you notice on the papers he had behind, so the absorbable papers, you get these wonderful backgrounds, but it shows that the wax needs to have that special paper to be able to work. And you can get more papers if you want, because I know there's so many fans of encaustic out there. We've got a fabulous price, £9.99, you're getting 70 sheets, I should say. All of this. Let's have a look at more deep. Just to say, we're busy for this option. Details on your screen. 504-827, your item number. £29.25 for a brand new hobby, a hobby that everyone can do. There is not a steep learning curve here. The results are nothing short of spectacular. And I challenge you to have a go at encaustic wax art and not have the biggest smile on your face. Now, we do have the wax sealer. This is important. If you've done something you're proud of and you want to seal it off, have got that wax sealer. And we'll talk to Shona about this. So £9.99 your price. I think that's a very good investment. A bottle of wax sealer, 109,387. The DVD and book. Look at the price on this. DVD and book. Now, Anne-Marie said it's priceless, but we're giving you a price of £13.99. 234-379. Your item number there. That is such good value when you're considering you're getting a quality DVD and book. Classics, as Mike would say. £33.99 if you are looking for the encaustic art low heat stylus. You will be amazed at the effects you can achieve with that stylus. So maybe you've already got the starter kit, you're exploring your wax art and you want to take it to the next level. Great investment. 819723, your item number there. Right. So, Shona, time to have some fun.
Well, I'm just going to really, like, you know, you're brand new to this, you've never done it before, and it's really quite scary. It arrives in the post and you put it in the cupboard because you think, I'm not quite sure, you know. So basically you need a nice bit of, you know, padding, your white card. We've done a demo at the weekend with local people, and everybody could come and have a shot. And the important thing is when you lift the iron up, put the cable around your little finger, like that. Yeah.
Good little tip.
Yeah. So you've got to hold it, and so if you drop the eye, you've still got to hold it. Yeah.
Nice.
So just hold it, and people, when you've never done this before, they really are quite frightened of it because they're used to using it for ironing clothes and stuff. And so, I mean, it's set at like low temperature, but like when they go to wipe the iron, I'm going like this, you see, to wipe it and stuff, and you're going like this. Because
why are you going to get burnt?
Yeah, you're thinking you're going to get burnt. So there's a lot of. I'm just taking you through the very basics. So when you start. Use this blue-green wax, it's in your set, because this one, it tells you what the temperature of the iron is. Because if you've got your iron set too high, or it's set too low, it'll destroy your picture.
Okay.
Yeah? So put the iron, set it low, and then it should just slowly run down the iron. It's probably just slightly on the hot side.
Okay.
But it's okay because I'm used to doing it. But so it should just go maybe slightly slower than that. But it doesn't matter if it is that, as long as it's no, you know, hardly going down the iron at all, because then it'll just keep sticking. So I'm just using this one colour just to show you how much depth you can get just using one colour.
Okay.
So you see, I've also put like quite a big bit on there, because when you've never done it before, you go like this. And there's not enough wax, so you need to have a good covering. And remember, the wax goes a long way. So a nice paddy wax all down the side there, because this is the bit of the iron that's got to be my landscape. Because I'm going to turn it up like that, and I'm going to start here and go right to the end. Make sure you go right to the end and then back. And then back like this.
And you get such lovely, free-flowing, organic lines.
So you're just wiggling it back and forth and coming underneath all the time.
Okay.
So you've got a whole... When you lift it, this is a bit that a lot of people... My fingers are at the top of the card, and I'm actually got to be bending it like this into the iron. So the edge in my iron isn't touching.
Oh, okay.
Because, see, if I go like this... See, I'm getting the iron shape all the time. And people keep trying to get rid of it, and they keep pressing, but they'll keep getting it. So you've got to, if you don't want that, you've got to flex it. And it's the middle of your iron that's doing the work here.
That's cool.
And so at the beginning, you're not quite sure. So if you watch here, see a little bit of Scottish heather. We've been talking Scottish this morning with Margaret and Lorraine. So I put a little bit of... That's why I'm talking more Scottish today. It's just suddenly, as soon as people start talking to me, and it just gets stronger. So in the middle, and then just dabbing in, see? And then just keep blending it, and then it'll look like Scottish heather then.
Oh, that's nice. And introducing those colours and how it actually takes the colour.
That's the beauty of it, really. And then the side of the iron is the other... part of the iron that's doing the work, and this is just like your grassy, reedy effects. So just go right up through your sky, your horizon, and just go random, you know.
Love that.
And then, as Mike showed earlier, the bird really is just a tiny little spot, just a tiny little spot.
Spot and a flick.
And then a flick. Oh, I've not put enough on.
Now, I had a question from Christine. She's saying she's just bought the starter kit. Well done, Christine. Can she use it on canvas for mixed media? You can, If you're putting it onto canvas, though, you need to seal your canvas. So with gesso? I think ask Mike when he comes back, because he's the one that will, you know, more technical. We will. So stay with us. Thank you so much for that message. And if you do have any other questions, please feel free to email in studio@hochanda.com. We would love to see your artwork as well. But I will direct that question towards Mike when he comes back on, I promise. So that's your little basic little landscape using the one colour. Love that. Well, and then I like to say basic. It looks so good. Yeah, but that's the beauty in caustic, really. And I mean, obviously, when you know, the first time you do it, it's like you don't put enough wax on, or you press too hard, or you shove all the wax and it ends up on the backing paper. But just keep at it, you know. It's like, think to yourself, well, OK, it's £65, it's a brand new hobby, and I've got to use everything that's in the kit. And then at the end of it, you'll think, I've got this, I'm really enjoying it. Some folk get it for the first one that they do, and others it takes them, you know, a wee while because they're a bit frightened of the iron. So and if you've got a really preconceived idea as to what you expect, then you're in for trouble. Let the wax guide you and go on the journey, and that's the fun part. So I'm going to do the same thing this time. I'm going to do it with white wax on black card. So it just shows you a different type of effect. That's interesting. So you get the black card in your set, So again, same thing, just put white wax. And I'm just going to do like a little landscape. Now, I should clean this because I'll pick up some of this colour, So I've never done that bit. Sorry. Just put it there, that's fine. So, again, make sure that you put plenty on. And then just go through your card. And I have picked up a little bit of the green off of the iron. That's quite nice, it gives it looks a bit like it's the Northern Lights just sitting on the hills. I like that. And if you woke up this morning and you've got snow and you're wherever you are, then this could be the Snowy Mountains. Yes, I know the feeling. And remember, you can also, just the dabbing, you can take a bit of tissue and you can actually wipe some wax away, remember? So we can actually have like a pool there. The side of the iron, I've nothing with that right. Side of the iron. Oh wow! Shannon, and you can also use this as like a little hot plate. Just put it here like this. Oh, you can turn it around with the iron. Now that's cool. So I'm just going to show you here. I'm melting the white wax. Let me just.
never tidied up. Mike's saying that I'm always rushing. So I'm going to use the brush, just an ordinary, like hog's hair brush.
Yeah.
And I'm just, it's had white wax on it before.
Gotcha.
So I'm just sort of like letting what's in there melt and adding a little bit more.
Yeah.
And this is, you've got to watch what's in front of you because I'm just going to flick it.
Oh.
So this is the snow that maybe never fell with you this morning.
Look at that. It's so striking.
Yeah,
but these are techniques anyone can do.
Yeah, and then you can just sort of add like little bit drifts here and there.
Now you could create, because this is such a lovely size, you could create the most original Christmas cards.
Well, that's what the Christmas cards are this year.
Yeah.
And I said to Mike, I says, keep demonstrating, but last week at this little show that we were at, I says, and that'll be everybody's Christmas card. So the thing is, remember, if you're sending it as a Christmas card, once you've given it a little polish,
that's lovely.
If you put it into the envelope and stuff, because it's getting sent in the post, it can rub. So that's when you would use your sealer. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
So you just, this sealer is just to prevent it from rubbing on your card and stuff. So what you do is you just put a little bit on the tissue and then just...
Oh, you're using such a sparing amount.
Yeah, you don't need much. And then just stipple it.
Lovely.
And then it takes, you know, take a wee bit to...
And then let it dry?
To let it dry, yeah.
What strikes me, Shona, with encaustic wax art, how quickly you're able to achieve the effects. And you should start, as you start, so don't go with have an idea, but don't have a finished outcome in mind. See where the wax takes you. Anyone can do this. Anybody can do it quickly, effectively, and it's fun. It's so much fun.
That's it.
Lovely.
So, and also we've got on the show today we've also got the rubber stamps as well. But you can you can use any stamps, but these ones are specifically made for the encaustic.
Okay.
So I'm just going to...
Now, if anyone, because I know our crafty bunch at home, viewers at Hochanda, might have some polymer stamps. Can you use polymer with this?
Yeah, we've got polymer stamps on the show at a special price today as well. Some that we've...
Does it have to be a special ink that we're using?
Yeah, you don't want a pigment pad, you want a dye pad.
Okay.
Because when you put the heat on...
permanent ink, okay.
So I'm just going to stamp my...
Oh, wow.
Dolphins. Yeah, sure.
Penguins.
Penguins, it's early.
Have we got these on the show?
Yeah, we've got these on the show.
Those are great.
So you get the penguin.
How cool do they look?
The penguin and ochra.
Yeah?
Ochra. No, you eat ochra.
Ochra, yeah, you eat ochra. Penguins or ochra.
And then you take the tissue. You can wait for it to dry, but if you're in a hurry like we are in the show, then you just take the tissue and then just heat the stamp, and then that'll just take the excess ink off. Because it's a shiny card, it takes a bit longer to dry,
That's lovely.
And also when you're using the stamps, you use clear wax because you want the colour the wax to be more translucent. So it's a bit like if you've got a cup of tea and you put water in it, you can see at the bottom, but if you put milk in it, it goes cloudy. So you want the clear rather than the white. So
it's a good description.
I'm putting a band. Yeah, it took us years to figure it out, so it's easy to understand what we're saying.
Does the clear come in the starter kit?
It comes in the starter set. All the colours I'm using here today are what you get in the starter set.
Lovely.
Yeah. So
you're getting a lot of colours to play with. A lot of wax to play with.
That's it. So you see, I'm putting some different colours on here.
So you start with the clear, and that allows you to get that translucent feel, and then you introduce the colours onto it.
Yeah, then you put a little bit of colour on. I'm going to put some white in the bottom here.
Okay.
And then you just wash over the top.
Oh, wow.
Now you can go at it until you get the look that you like.
Good, Shona. Oh, that looks amazing.
And then you can sort of do your icicles if you're in the North Pole.
Shona, this looks like so much fun.
That's the thing, though, is that everybody that does it gets, you know, so much fun too.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding?
So they could be, like, on the iceberg.
Yeah. That is so cool. I absolutely love it. I could watch this all day. I really could.
If you get wax into the penguins' tummies, you can just, because remember, you can just scratch back.
Yeah.
You can just take that away.
So use our scriber, which comes in the starter kit. You are getting the scriber.
Yeah.
We're busy for our starter kit, and I'm not surprised. So I think I'm going to have to get involved in this. It's the fun of doing it. You can do it. Anyone can do this. It's not a steep learning curve. Some disciplines, it takes a while to really learn your technique. Here, from the set-go, you're going to be having fun and producing stuff that you're proud of. And it's also that transferable skill. So maybe you want to incorporate these designs onto your cards. If you're a paper crafter, phenomenal. Or we had Christine who was saying she wanted to translate it onto mixed media. So you can do that onto your canvases. Have a think.
Yeah, I'm just doing that white again, you know, so it's like...
Like
the snow.
With regard to brushes, do you need a certain brush to work with? Well,
you don't want nylon. You want like hog's hair.
Okay. Because nylon would burn.
Yeah. So there's a load down there as well, just that's already done. It's samples. It's done using the ochre and the.
Oh wow.
And that's the different stamps that we're selling on the telly today.
Okay, I'm going to show you something. Well, we'll finish off here and then I'll show everyone.
The thing is, you can just keep on working it. You know, that's the beauty of it. And remember just to get that little polish.
That is stunning, Shona. That is stunning. You really have... looking at that, I feel a bit chilly. You really get a sense. And the stamps work so well. I really think have a play with the stamps because they're suddenly taking... you're creating a composition now, a scene. They're telling a story.
That's the thing, and it doesn't take much effort to, you know, just put a little bit of wax over the top. Look at these ones here.
If you're on the fence, maybe you're really tempted to start exploring encaustic wax art, but you're thinking, let me show you this. This, to me, is phenomenal. And it showcases how great the stamps are. So up here, we've got those fantastic penguins. Look at that. That is so good. And here's a slightly better day for the penguins. It's got snowy there. Now, moving on, we've gone from on top to below the ice. You get those wonderful underwater... Look at the coral, using the iron to create the effects, and you get so many textures. That is ridiculous. That's so good. You really get a sense of being under the water. It's a slightly... it's like you're looking through glass underwater. That's great. Now, look at the fantasy. So what you're getting with encaustic art, you can go for real natural tones, naturalistic, or embrace the fantasy element, really get the best of it. Wonderful flowing lines. Love the dragons. There's a well-known show at the moment which has a throne, you know what I'm saying here? So if you're a lover of that or know somebody, imagine using this strong artwork. Or here, you've got a flying unicorn, or Pegasus, I say, I was going to say unicorn. Oh.
And it's all the colours that's in your art set again, that what you get when you know, the fluorescent pinks and the yellows.
I'm just going to show you, we've got another board as well. These all look phenomenal, Shona.
And we've used some die cuts, as you can see, for the snowflakes. Because that's the good thing, is that you can do, you know, use the die cutting machines.
So it effectively mixed media, so adding different textures and layers on there.
That's it.
These are also great, and you're able to achieve such a versatility with the look. That's great. Look at that.
Well, things like the whales and the dolphins are really easy because all it is that they're floating in water or swimming in water. So you just need to put, you know, watercolours over the top, and then the coral is natural because of the texture to the lift in the iron.
Listen.
And then just using the stylus, you can embellish then using little sea urchins and...
That is the first thing you should try when you get home, because it looks phenomenal, and you will wow you'll wow yourself, but you're definitely going to wow all your friends and family.
Well, Mike showed you when you sugar the iron down, that gives you that effect, you know.
Like suddenly you've got rocky forms here, you've got the water, you achieve the ripples of the water. It's like the light shimmering through, refracting through the water, and then you've got that wonderful organic feel with the coral. All of these effects achieved with the wax and the iron, and you're learning all these tips and tricks. We've got the DVD and the book brought to you by Mike and Encaustic Art, so do have a look at those. Lovely, lovely hobby. Now, everything's on our website, so do feel free to have a look on the website. There, 5-star reviews and worth every one of those stars. So very, very busy at the moment. Have a look, see what other people are saying about encaustic art, because you are getting here access to a phenomenal hobby. Something that you... Look, when we do hobbies, why do we craft? We craft because we want to enjoy it. We want to have a smile on our face, and at the end of the day, we want to have something that we're proud of. Whether we want to keep it and display it in our home, or you want to give it as a present to someone else. And here, for a starting price... By the way, nobody is going to be paying full price for this. I'm going to show you the full price in a moment. $64.99. Nobody's paying that. I don't want anybody to pay that. What I want you to do is pay this price, £58.49. Let me explain, because this is a Freedom Why Not deal. So you're better off being a Freedom member getting this than not. And if you think that's unfair, don't worry, because what you can do, you get your Freedom membership, then you go for this option, so then you've got access to exclusive Freedom discount. But here's the thing, as a Freedom member, your postage and packaging is included. So you're making an additional saving there as well. So in total, you're saving yourself £10.45 as a Freedom member. And your Freedom membership's only £6.97. Just saying. So even if you are buying your Freedom membership, you are still saving. And then you get the benefit of Freedom membership for a whole month. So for the next month, anything you buy, your P&P is included. And at the end of the month, if you want to opt out, just make sure you opt out, and that's it. And on top of that, we've got Freedom Flexi as well. So let me explain. As a Freedom member, you're going to get all of this for £29.25. And it is such a comprehensive kit. You're getting all these waxes. You are getting the clear, that translucent, enabling you to work with the stamps. You're getting the coloured papers, which add a different dynamic there. You're also getting all the different papers to work with. You're getting different sizes, so you're getting A4 in the mix as well. You can pick your, if you want a UK plug or an EU plug, you can pick that. You are getting 94 sheets of paper. A4, A5, A6, 94 sheets. You're getting the iron. Not only that, with the iron, you've got the ability to take off the handle, put that on the table, and it becomes a hot plate. So you can adapt your iron. That is your tool and enabling you. And you're also getting this scriber as well. So that allows you to pick into that wax, add the detail, pull back, and its quality. You can hear that there. That is a metal scriber. So all of this for a great price, £29.25. And you could be achieving effects like this, just showing you the stamps. We have got a range of stamps on our show, but this really embracing all that is good about encaustic wax art. Look at the different effects. That looks spectacular, but it is simple to do. Again, here and here, the different, everything you're seeing here, and this is just quite literally the tip of the iceberg, because you've got so much more you can... I'm glad Mike appreciate that. OK, £29.25, 504 827, your item number. I cannot say enough about this kit. We're extremely busy for it. Now, obviously, I'm enthusiastic about this, but generally so. I would never put that on. But if you want to see what people at home are saying about encaustic art, take a look at this. Better than I could have hoped for. I've just had to try it as soon as it arrived and was smitten. The only drawback is that I have so much to do to get sorted out for Christmas, but this art is very addictive and I can't leave it alone. I'm going to have to join you on that. They are amazing and even so easy to use. Fantastic quality, a great price. I would recommend them to anyone interested in this wonderful medium, and it is a wonderful medium. Our Matt, presenter Matt, he was showing me some of his work. So outside of Hochanda, we do craft. He absolutely loves it. And he did some great stuff as well.
Yeah, every time I meet him, he said, I've still got the cards that I did with you. Yeah, I loved it. And I really, this business was built on the idea that I'd meet people at craft fairs and so on across the years. And whenever I'd meet them the next time, still got your card.
Yeah. Think how many people you've inspired, though, Mike.
We have actually changed a lot of lives.
Yeah.
Encaustic has changed a lot of lives. I say we, but it's changed my life too. So.
OK, so
right,
we're going to see some more techniques.
Yeah, I'm just going to slow down now and show you what Shona was doing to make the snow.
Okay.
So basically, you take the back button here on the iron, and you pull it, and the handle comes off.
So simple.
Turn the handle upright like that, so that you've got the logo at the bottom, and then you'll hear it click.
Yeah.
Hear that click? And what's happening is these little nodes here are clicking onto the body of the iron.
Great. So that's nice, safe, secure.
Yeah, nice, safe and secure. And then you just make your puddle of wax. So I'm copying Shona now. I'm going to do some snow.
Brilliant.
And I'm doing this little demo because we were doing candles at a local craft event over the weekend.
Oh, wow.
And people were having a go for about 3/4 of an hour. They could sit down and have a go.
Amazing.
I get my fingers very dirty when I do this.
So
here's my snow.
Working with the wax, Mike, the golden rule, I think when you start off, you might fall into the trap of being a little bit too sparing with it. You need to get a good pool of wax to work with.
Make sure you put enough on,
Yeah.
So that's the snow.
Fantastic. Just
that's
a little flick.
Yeah. And then just clean that off. Unclick it, and then put it on the front first, click it on the back, and off we go.
Oh, I had a question for you, Mike. So Christine was asking about using the waxes on canvas. How do we do it? How do we seal the canvas?
I would sand the canvas slightly because the canvas is primed normally for oils and acrylics. So if you sand the canvas very lightly with just to break through some of that so that you get a better grip with the wax. Because what can happen otherwise is that if you bang the wax, if you get thick wax on and you bang the back of the canvas because it's flexible, then it can come off. A bit like if a candle drops onto a table and you can pick it off with your nail sometimes.
Gotcha.
That's the same as that.
Brilliant. Hope that answers your question there, Christine. So you can use it on canvases, just give it a light sanding beforehand so it takes a grip.
Right, so we started with a black card, and now I've created a layer. And this layer is the snow, and I'm going to now create another layer. And what I'm going to do is use the straight edge and make a window. So I'm going to put some lines down here like this.
I mean, that snow could equally be a lovely starry night as well.
It could, yeah. So if I just do some lines down here, and my window's going to be...
Ah, that's clever.
An old-fashioned window.
Clever.
And I'm going to go across. And the only trick here is to keep parallel with the edge of the card.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm not parallel with the edge of the card, it won't look
a bit slightly skewy.
Don't worry about the edges at the moment.
Okay.
All right, so now I've got my window in the snow. So you could leave it just like that if you want to. But what I'm going to do is to evolve it.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that by putting a candle on.
It's a good description, because that's the beauty of wax art. It does evolve.
I'm just going to stay with white wax all the time, so I'm going to put a windowsill on here now. So that's just a band of colour.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'm just going to go at an angle to sort of give it something to sit on.
Okay.
Let's try that. Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and now I'm going to turn the iron round, and this is how to make a candle. You run the edge, straight edge of the iron through the wax like that.
Gotcha.
And then you put it down on the card, and you just draw a very flat little circle at the top.
Oh, wow.
Let's do another one. So, wax, draw my flat little circle back to where I started.
That's cool. Mike, that is really, really cool.
Now I've got my... Well, they're going to be warm in a minute. They'll be light, won't they? So you were cool in the ice with the ice.
Need to warm up.
So now we've got remember, we started with the snow, then we did the window, and now we've got the candles. I'll finish them in a minute. I want to do some curtains.
Okay.
And I'm just staying with the white wax, just to show you it's just one colour. And I'm just going to put some colour on first.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, what do you call the thing at the top of a curtain?
Oh,
the drape, anyway.
Yeah, drape. I do know it. I can't do.
I'm just going to... Actually, what I could do, look, I could do some icicles. Let's do that instead.
Yeah, OK.
So the icicles can just be pushing down like this, being that it's frosty and snowy.
That's nice.
We've had about half a centimetre of snow some places, so we'll be snowbound now in the UK, won't we?
Yeah, yes, that's how it works. You go abroad, they get feet and feet of it. It doesn't affect.
Right, so that's outside nice. Now. That's my... oh, actually, to make it outside, I need to go across them with that line, don't I? It's all about figuring out which layer's where. So the window layer's in front of the icicle layer now.
Gotcha. It gives that depth. You're bringing the image to life now.
And now I'm going to do my curtains. So I just drag down here, and I'm just going to do some... That back edge can create some lines coming down here. Wiggly curtains. I'm going to use the other edge now to do this side, so you can still see down there.
Like, this looks so good.
And you can see where the different thicknesses of wax occur, that it's it gives that sort of dimension.
What strikes me, how you're able to achieve different tones, and suddenly it gives you that shadow, that fluid movement of the curtains.
3D, isn't it? Yeah. Now, the flames, I'm just going to take some yellow, take a bit of pink, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, red. Red on black is really good.
Yeah.
So you just make a spot, and then you flick upwards. Just make a bit more yellow on that.
That's
a bit more white. A little bit of white in it as well, maybe.
Oh, wow. Now, that's so good.
And I'm going to show you one more little trick you can do. If you take the iron and make it into the little hot plate again.
Yeah.
Then...
Pelmet.
No, what I'm going to do is an edge, actually. Yeah, pelmet, that's what it's called. Yeah, pelmet.
Sorry, right, just randomly shouting words at Mike.
Pelmet!
Chair! Just came. It was fed to me by producer.
Right, okay. Yeah. So I've just got some silver and some colour in here, and I'm just pushing the edges in to that little puddle of wax. Can you see what it does? Can you
edging it with the silver.
So I'm just edging there.
Lovely.
And then if I just... Pelmet!
Pelmet!
We should carry that.
So there's a film Anchorman where the guy just shouts out, are you just naming random things around the room?
Okay. Yeah. And then the last one. Pelmet. There we are.
That is stunning. Imagine, now, everything Mike's shown you, you can do at home. You get the starter kit, have a go, explore, have some fun. Everything you need is in the starter kit. This could be one of your very special Christmas cards, because we all do it. You know when you make something really special for those special people in your life? Now, Mike, you've got 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
What would you say to anyone on the fence? Anyone who wants to dip their toe into a Costa
I'm going to tell you a little thing now. This is the last Hochanda day that we're selling this big kit on this channel.
Really?
It's the last. So if you want this kit today...
Is it not going to another channel? We're just saying just this kit?
I'll be back in the spring. But this is the last... We've had this brand going for 25 years.
Wow.
And this is our last show with that kit today. Oh. So if you want that kit, a fantastic kit.
Take advantage right now.
Take advantage. Get it. So how long have we got?
About a minute and a half.
I'll just do a little fancy.
Yeah, love the fancy. And you've got that scope with wax art. You can go fancy, you can go realistic.
Yeah, let's just do a little fantasy then.
Have a play. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'll do some light colour in the middle. And then I'll just get darker as I go further out. So let's have that yellow there.
Okay. Oh, nice. You've seen that graduation.
Blues. Let's have a bit of this purple. I like this purpley colour. Nice.
And if you do want to learn these tips and tricks from Mike, you can do it with the website. With the DVD in the book.
Colours. And now this is a fantasy background. Wow. I could make a landscape, but what I'm going to do is lift the iron and drag it like this.
Oh.
Let's go again. And I'm just trying to find a nice... Take a bit of the wax off. When you take the wax off, see it's lighter?
Yeah. It's quite nice sweeping. Love that. You've got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. We can finish it at any time. Yeah. That's the beauty of encaustic. We could do a little arch around here. Let's just finish off with a little arch.
Love it.
And the arch is the shape of the iron.
Beautiful. We're going to have to pause there. Mike, thank you so much. Shona, thank you so much. I've absolutely loved it.
It's been fun, isn't it?
It's been an absolute experience. Shona, thank you. Look, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've just tuned in, you can always watch on Rewind. When are you guys back on? 11 o'clock. Do not miss that. Hey! See you in a moment. So, coming up next, we got die cutting with the Gemini. A bit later on, after that, we got Be Crafty. And then Mike and Shona are returning at 11 with encaustic wax art. Do not miss it. It's going to be a blast. We've got a great lineup this morning. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll see you right back here in a moment.
I am Matthew Palmer, professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. The SAA exists to inform, encourage and inspire all who want to paint, and that's exactly what you'll learn to do with me as your teacher. As a self-taught artist of 30 years ago, I know the challenges of a white piece of paper and learning how to paint. But with me, Hochanda and the SAA, I'll show you how easy watercolour painting really is. I'm here on Hochanda because I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced artist, I've got some fantastic watercolour techniques that will get you started and take you even further on your watercolour journey. So join me, Matthew Palmer, for my shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion, and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire, and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy, and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my rounding shows on Hochanda.
And we're looking at a shot of what will be landing on your doorstep gently in the next few days' time, courtesy of Crafters Companion. The most sought after gift this Christmas for crafters, the most requested item for Christmas, the most exciting thing you could order and enjoy, with over a third gone after last night's launch shows. And we're here live this morning at 9 AM with Debbie Fisher from Crafters Companion. So many people are so happy they've got their Gemini. Rave reviews, 5 stars everywhere, and it's already busy out there as well this morning. One of our last opportunities to get hold of it.
I'm not surprised, Matt. I'm so excited to be able to bring the Gemini, because the Gemini is a phenomenon in the craft world. It really is. Now, it's got the most pressure in any other die cutting machine we've had. It's electronics, it's hands-free, it's got lightweight boards, and if I lift this up, I've cut on the entire board. I mean, this is incredible, and it's real justice to the machine itself, because what we have, the dies I've used, are everything you're going to get in the box. So these are your essential kits, what you get in the box, which is amazing. So every purchase of Gemini, this is what you will get in the box. What I like about it is you get everything that's usable. Right. There's no dies you're going to put in the drawer. We've got things like matte and layering dies to create an actual square with. We've actually got then matte and layers that you can use those with, so that's really usable. I'm cutting through things that are completely different to just everyday things. So although it's good for paper crafting, mixed media, materials, sewists out there, applique, lots of things. I've got funky foam there. Now, if we just take a look at that, Matt, that funky foam has embossed as well. Now, that is incredible, because what it does is the pressure of the machine is allowing it to cut in one pass, which is 17 seconds, I believe, which is incredible.
And there's all these different materials, like you say, one pass, different materials, thin metal dies that are designed to work with paper and card, but you are cutting through card and different materials as well.
We've got some, so a little sneak peek, we have got these on the show as well. We've got the cork, so the cork sheets, now that's cut through that in one pass, that beautiful tag. It's also got an adhesive layer on the back, so that's gone through double layer plus the adhesive. You knew that was going to happen, I wouldn't be able to get it off, but there you go. So that's amazing. Your nails. I love this, one of my favourite little dies. That's incredible. So look how good that is. That's cut through, one pass and embossed. That's absolutely incredible.
That's also in your starter kit
It's
today.
in the starter kit.
It's the sweetest edgeable ever.
It
and this
certainly
quarter frame
is. I adore this, Matt. It's such a great die, because what this die is, it's a die that will cut, it probably needs a bit of embossing, but through time we're just going to work this out of the die.
But if you put them through to emboss as well, sometimes it's easier than to get them out of the die.
Absolutely. So we've got just some craft card here, so we'll just wiggle this out.
These are all thin metal dies, by the way, designed to work with paper and card, but we're using them with that and different materials here today.
Now, this die here, if you cut this 4 times, you're going to be able to create an entire square. So that frame round any photographs for your scrapbooking, it's absolutely incredible. So that's just the starter kit that you get with the Gemini.
Now, just the starter kit is what so many people have already got and they're really, really happy with, and it's available for a great price. But you today are getting hold of the one-day special, which is the starter kit, and then so much more. In fact, my arm is, it's nowhere near long enough. In fact, I'll reach to the end. That's everything that you would be getting. I know you can't even see it on the camera at the moment because it is so much. No, you still can't. There you go. Oh, just about. Yeah, you're getting so much here today with the courtesy of the One Day Special, saving $51.97. Have a look at some of these different materials that it works with. And we're talking about, yes, it will use your mixed media dyes from Crafter's Companion, and you can literally go through like different materials, but we're using thin metal dyes as well to cut some of these.
Yeah, absolutely. And what this board is good for is this is just really just a few different materials that it can cut through. There's so many more, but these are just some of them, and these are materials. These aren't just general cardstock. So we've got things on here like this. I love this. This is like a bamboo sheet. It's like a woven material, which is amazing. But look at all the edges. There's no frayed edges in there. So these materials are quite known, some of them, like canvas we've got there. We've got cork. We've got fabrics and felt. Now, fabrics with a mixed media dye, you're going to be able to cut through at least 8 layers of fabric, which is incredible. Yeah, really incredible. So anyone that loves their sewing out there and you want some quick appliques to stitch on, the Gemini is definitely for you. You've got mirror card there. You've got plastic sheeting. Now, plastic can be quite a hard thing to go through because it stretches. So because we have the different boards for the Gemini, we can take out boards, add boards in and get that precision cut with them. We've then got the rattan there. We've got some wood veneer. We've got vellum. Just so many different mediums that we can cut through.
Debbie, you mentioned about the thickness and the thinness, the slippery surfaces as well. The whole thing is, it doesn't matter. The Gemini can handle it. The grainier surfaces,
absolutely.
You know, it's not going to slip or slide under the pressure.
Absolutely.
It's doing it. It can cut all those different
It really
materials.
does, and so many more. And what I would say is try it. If you're not sure what the Gemini is going to do for you, or what's going to cut for you, just try it through your machine. The machine will not take anything that you don't like. So it really is a powerful product to have.
Love it. Even just with that one pass, you saw so much that it can do. And that's why, you know, crafters, creators, artists, people that love to make and sell, make and keep, make for gifts, you know, you can enjoy your Gemini. And I think one of the reasons for its success, and this is one of your last chances to get it before Christmas, as far as I know, the last chance on Hochanda to get it before Christmas in this particular bundle as well, is that it appeals across the boundaries as well. Like everybody loves the Gemini.
Yeah, totally. And you know what? We have sold over 70,000 Geminis. That's a lot of Geminis. That's a lot in everybody's craft rooms. But we know there is thousands of people more that don't own a Gemini that we know would love to, but they're not quite sure. These programs are just amazing at showing you exactly what it does. Because I mean, I can shout from the rooftops. We have to read the testimonies about them. It really is an incredible machine. What's really good about the machine is it's simple to use. It has only 3 buttons. So you've got an on-off switch, you've got then a middle button which pauses, you've then got a reverse button, which is absolutely amazing. I love the fact that we can reverse our plates. The next great thing about the Gemini is it has all the boards that you will ever need for anything that you die cut or emboss. Now, this is quite rare for a machine because lots of machines you have to buy extra plates for, you have to buy a rubber mat for, or you might have to get the metal plate. All of these come in the box with your Gemini, along with all these metal dies. So thin metal dies, we have 3 packs there, all usable. So you've seen me cutting some of the things out with them. So they're, and they're all with your Gemini. And then you actually have the embossing folders. So you've got 3 embossing folders, 2 are the 5x8, and then one of the, so this one here as well, you've got a strip embossing folder as well. Now, that mat is what you would normally get for your Gemini at $179.99.
Yes, which is phenomenal. Which so many people.
Yeah, and I would just pay it for the machine because the machine is worth that.
So many of the reviews say similar things to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, though, we're doing this whole other bundle that comes as a complete bonus, which is incredible.
This is why I couldn't reach it earlier to show you everything, literally. And did you notice we even had to widen out there to show you the embossing folders because we still couldn't fit it all on the screen.
We could do it together, Matt. All of this.
There you go. We need to sort of we need to literally create little. That's how big it is. Literally. You know, when you're having a group hug or something, so you can physically see how much you're getting here today. It's big. That's why we're so busy for it. And what else are we getting down here, Debbie? Because these are all bonus items, making it our one-day special, isn't it? You've got the creator card down here.
Yeah, great creator card die. This has got 6 dies in this creator card because you've got the centre one and you've got the outside cutting edge of both. So the embellishment, the normal, the big cutting die, and then the border die as well. A great creator card die. That's worth £24.99 on its own, Matt, which is amazing, because that is as a bonus.
Yeah, have a look on our website, have a look on the show, you will see that.
And what I really like about this set that we've done is we've actually added in some mixed media dies.
Yes, I agree
so
with you.
anyone that hasn't tried mixed media dies, it gives you that opportunity to just use them. I love these, Matt, and actually this time of year, these remind me of Santa's buckle on his belt.
Yes.
I thought they'd be really good if you're doing it for the kids for their last day at school and making little Santas. You might want to make some ribbon Santa belts to put round your wine bottles on the table.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so these are really fab.
They're thick
They're
metal.
really thick, yeah.
If you get this creator card die, you'll see the difference between it. These are high quality. In fact, it's hard to get across the difference because the paper crafting dies are such thick dies and high quality dies.
Absolutely.
But there's the metal in the creator card die. The lovely
we will show them in the hour, so we'll show how mixed media dies work and the sorts of different materials that you can cut through. But it's great to have that set in this bundle. So if you haven't tried mixed media dies, now is your chance.
It hammers home the fact that the Gemini can handle it. It can cut paper card with your normal paper crafting dies, but mixed media dies it will cut through pretty much anything in inverted commas. Yeah, there you go. Anything you'd want it to, anything you'd expect it to cut through. And then we've got the magazine as well.
Oh boy, the magazine.
And not just any issue either. This is it. This is the latest issue.
It is, certainly is. Yeah, it's a magnificent issue. I love this one. It's page to page of full inspiration. It's got all sorts of projects in there that are all sorts of abilities. This is what we love about Crafts Inspiration. Not only that, we've actually got all these bonus goods which are worth £50 as well, which is just amazing that they come with this magazine, because the magazine itself is just packed full of all sorts of inspiration. You've got Sarah in there answering questions, you've got Leanne and the team, and lots of projects from the design team, and these are all done for you. They hold your hand step by step, taking you through all the different projects. Amazing.
It's a great magazine, packed full, and you get all of the bonus goodies with it as well, which just makes it such a good offer on the one-day special today. And you can pick up everything we've just seen and all of the potential of doing and making what you're going to make with it as well for just £60 today. It's amazing. And then 2 more payments for £60 in the following months as well, saving £51.97. It's such a big one-day special, this. 996104 to order now. Linda has written in to tell us why she loves her Gemini. And this is it, social proof and knowledge that other people just like us are loving the Gemini just like you too. Linda from Kent says, I've been crafting for a long time and I've tried most die-cutting machines on the market, but since owning a Gemini, I have not used anything else. The ease and precision of the cut is impressive, and I have not found a thin die that it can't cut. Excellent machine for a fabulous price. Well done, Crafter's Companion. Now, that's really phenomenal. And just one more review comes from Lorna, who says, I have mobility problems and cannot stand up without support. So for a long time, I found my card making restricted somewhat. Since receiving my Gemini, I craft all day, most days, and I really look forward to creating again. With it being wider than A4, it can take all the large embossing folders too. It's a fantastic addition to any craft space. Thank you, Crafter's Companion and Hochanda, nice, for making it available on FlexiBuy. There you go. So you've got 3 payments on FlexiBuy today, which made it affordable for me to buy. So all round a winner. Such good feedback there from real customers, real people like you and I that just know what they want and know what they love as well. That's brilliant feedback there, Debbie, isn't it? Great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's my point earlier, Matt. It's so nice to hear the testimonies from other people, because you're the people out there that are using the machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, that's the Gemini machine, which launched last year, is that right? Oh, gosh,
the year before, I think. I think. Oh, no, was it? I think it was last year. Yeah, I've lost track, Matt.
But, however, launching, we can't lose track of this because the Gemini Junior was literally weeks ago, the Junior, because there's the perfect Gemini for the perfect crafter, isn't there?
Oh, my goodness, Matt. I was so happy when they brought us the Gemini Junior, because it is the baby brother of the Gemini. The Gemini is amazing. And actually, we've took from feedback from you out there, because we know that a lot of people don't have the bigger Gemini because it's maybe too big for the crafting space that they have. The Gemini Junior is a little baby brother for it, which means it will sit perfectly on your craft desk. It's more portable because it's lighter. It's got smaller plates. It's 9 seconds, Matt. 9 seconds, and you can have the same power as the Gemini. That is just amazing.
It's nearly half the time.
It is.
17 seconds.
And it goes so quick. It's like 9 seconds. How did that cut in 9 seconds? And it is exactly the same pressure as you're getting from the Gemini. So everything that the big Gemini does, the baby one does, but smaller.
Think about compromise as well. When you're on a family holiday or something, or you're all deciding to do something, there's always an opinion coming from somewhere and you can't quite get it right. And you think feedback feedback coming from all directions. I find it quite funny that the only feedback for the Gemini, the main Gemini, was, well, maybe, you know, for my craft space or for, you know, extreme portability, it could be a bit smaller for me, maybe. I can't believe that was the only feedback from all of positivity with the Gemini, you know, the only thing.
And it's because Sarah with her dad, when they engineered the Gemini, they made it future-proof. They did everything to the machine that we could possibly want in die cutting for now and the future. Because nowadays dies, we can cut them with our machines. We get used to the machines, actually, that we already had. There was nothing wrong with my last machine that I had. I loved it. It didn't matter whether I had to cut it 3, 4, 5 times because I was used to that. When I got the Gemini, I could not live without my Gemini now, Matt. I'd never give it back. Don't ever ask me. Sarah never asked me for my Gemini back because I'm not letting go of it, Matt. It's an amazing machine.
Yeah, how many of you agree with that? Do you agree with that as well? So many of you that I met at the NEC, for example, you're loving your Gemini. This is the Gemini Junior. What exactly do you get with the Gemini?
So with the Gemini Junior, you do get a different pack of dies. Now, these dies are stunning. They're absolutely really intricate. They're just got the really ornate detail in them and a great set of dies. They're a completely different set of dies to what you got with the other Junior if you did want to get another smaller Junior. You also get all your cutting plates as well, and you get a 3D embossing folder.
Really nice little bundle. This it's on 3 payments of £46.66 as well, so it's just £46.66 today and then 2 more payments in the following 2 months, or you can get it in one payment of £139.99 straight away if you just want to know you paid for it and you know you've got it. Either way, it'll be with you in the next couple of days, courtesy of Crafter's Companion. Your item number here to order now is 417950. Have a look at the website. It's hochanda.com, home of crafts, hobbies and art. And on the website, you'll see all of the different items on today's show. All of the lovely 5-star reviews there as well. It's amazing to know your feedback. So if you do get a chance to leave a review, we'd love to hear from you. Also, the adhesive materials. You've got the adhesive cork, self-adhesive chalkboard, the denim and the Hessian, all on today's show. We've got some lovely examples featuring those. You can get them singly or in twin packs. And then as we scroll across, another 5-star review comes in with issues 15 and 16 of Crafter's Inspiration. A perfect Christmas gift. Have a little think about somebody now who would absolutely love to get into their crafting this year. Somebody you know might have a bit more time on their hands next year. They're looking for a new hobby or something. Perfect gift, that. The 2 magazines together. Of course, you do get issue 16 with your one-day special, which is causing a real stir. So congratulations if you've already got your Gemini and you're tuning in for more sort of play and inspiration. If you haven't yet, here's why so many people want it.
Absolutely. The Gemini now, Matt, we've talked about die cutting, so thin metal dies that come with the box. We also have these amazing embossing folders. So embossing with your Gemini, and I know a lot of people sometimes struggle with embossing or embossing folders, so I'm going to show you a few different ways of how you can use them. Now, the piece of card I cut out earlier, that's just a thin, regular mirror card, and we're going to pop that into one of our folders. I've then got a wad of tissue paper. Now, that's quite a big wad of all different. That's a lot of tissue paper. So look at the depths in that. There's a real difference in depths of that with the, and I'm going to put them through the plate at the same time. Now, what happens is the Gemini is very clever because it's got optical sensors which actually pick up where it needs to go. Now, if we listen to the Gemini, you can hear that just going through, and then it will start to change. Now, can you hear that?
Yeah,
it changes because it's picking out. It's such a clever machine. It is really incredible because it's sensing it needs to have a different level of pressure there, and then it's pushing down on there. So what we've got here is a beautiful emboss. So there we go, on our mirror card, which is really incredible. I love that we can emboss such detail. This is one of the embossing folders with it. But then also in the same pass-through, we're able to create tissue paper that has been embossed all the way through. Now, all these different layers we've got here, and every single one is embossed. Can you imagine having gifts, especially this time of year, for Christmas, wrapping them in boxes, wrapping your tissue paper, maybe for your wife or girlfriend, spray a bit of perfume on them, but how attractive do they look? They are beautiful. And all these layers that went through in one pass. So embossing is just a massive thing that you can do with a Gemini because of that pressure and to be able to create beautiful pieces.
And bingo, there it is with Debbie, the demonstration that says why the wonderful Gemini is so appealing across the board. Every crafter, whether you're a hard crafter, a soft crafter, you work with craft metal, you make jewellery, every crafter. Let's put a challenge out there. Every crafter, if you disagree with that, studio@hochanda.com or Facebook. I believe every crafter could get excellent use out of the Gemini. Yeah. Every area of craft. We could list them off, soft card, jewellery making, but I'll say every crafter. Let me know if I'm wrong. But also, non-crafters, have it in the house, and you can make your own wrapping paper and tissue paper.
Oh, totally. Home decors, emboss your picture frames, your backgrounds, your scrapbooking, so many different things.
The only warning I'll give you is you won't be a non-crafter for long.
That's very true.
You'll go from making your own wrapping paper and tissue paper to progressing on. You'll be making key fobs with faux leather and all sorts.
Right, what I'm going to do now, Matt, is I'm asked lots of times, I was asked on my Facebook page if I could show the embossing a stencil. Now, I love this demo because it really shows the versatility. So this is just a thin plastic stencil. I'm laying that on my bottom one and I'm putting my card on top. I'm then just laying down my embossing mat on the top of that and removing my magnetic shim. So you just need, I've got an extra bit of card there. I just need my plastic shim and then my cutting plate on top.
And now you do get all your instructions.
You do, yes. And that's exactly the same platform as if you were embossing a thin metal die.
Okay.
So no difference to that, but we're going to emboss our actual stencil. So just running that through. Now you can also do, bearing in mind everything I'm doing on the Gemini, you can do it on the Gemini Junior as well. Right, let's have a look. So what we've got here, Matt, in fact, if I show you the back of the card, can you see? Now, the reason that's gone all crackly is because it's actually got an adhesive backing, I've just realised on that. But if I turn that round, look at that. Yeah. That is incredible, but you would not think that was done from a stencil. Not at all.
You've got embossing folders, then you've got 3D embossing folders, but stencils are
and
really...
then stencils. How amazing is that? Yeah, and that's actually, see, just got the on the top, but to go through all that backing on there and on that backing, that's incredible, so that's a really great thing to do. So just amazing. Have we got time just to do one quick more?
Please do, Debbie,
Right, I'm going to show you. I just, you know what, embossing, I think we can just emboss dies, we emboss folders, but there's so much more we can do with embossing. We can actually make our own stamps as well, but what we can also do is use embossing folders to actually create our stamps. So I've got a piece of funky foam. I'm going to pop that through with just my top and bottom plate and run that through. So what the Gemini is going to do is put the impression into the foam. I really like this effect because it's almost a little bit like screen printing because you don't get, well, I'll show you rather than talk about it, I'll show you how it works, and it's very good. So I just need a piece of card and just an ink pad. And all I'm going to do is directly pop my ink pad onto here. So I'm just going to brush it along there. You don't have to worry that we've got these colours clashing together because all we're using this as is our ink pad. So just making sure I've got plenty of ink down there. And then I'm just going to lay my card directly over the top.
Oh, this is good.
I love it, Matt, honestly. I just love this demo because it really shows the versatility of what you get out of your Gemini and the different things you can do, whatever your crafting is.
This is so hot at the moment, this technique, like
Look
pressing.
how amazing that is. It actually looks like it's been screen printed.
It's absolutely
Love
amazing.
that.
All of that, block printing, the jelly presses as well. They
absolutely. They are massive at the moment. In fact, you could do that with your jelly press as well, couldn't you, with putting that onto them? But that is incredible. So all these different things that we can do are just amazing. Love them.
Lots and lots and lots of different things that you can do and get into. Loads of fun to have as well, the techniques. The machine itself is beautiful, and you get some really nice, beautiful close-ups of the curves on this next video. But have a listen to the voice where it tells you everything going on.
Introducing Gemini, the fastest, quietest, most powerful electronic die cutting and embossing machine on the market. Its industry-leading high-pressure system delivers fantastic results from intricate dies and folders, all at a push of a button. Its oversize opening and platforms provide for edge-to-edge cutting of US letter and A4 size with thin metal dies, allowing you to cut materials such as thin cardstock, vinyl, craft metal and fabric. No cranking needed, as it will move the plates through automatically and quickly. Spend less time on preparation and more time on inspiration. The Gemini has optical switches, making it hands-free and fully automated, with a built-in auto-reverse function for protection. It's easy to use, so you're always in control. Its sleek, low-profile design makes it a superb addition to any craft workspace. It has built-in handholds, meaning you can easily take it anywhere. The Gemini is a universal die-cutting and embossing machine that works with all leading brands of thin metal dies and embossing folders. All of the platforms that you need come included in the box, as well as a thick rubber embossing mat for intricate detail work on your dual-purpose cut and embossed dies. The addition of the metal cutting plate allows you to cut intricate dies in a single pass through the machine and enables you to cut multiple layers of fabric. In the box, you'll receive the machine, all the plates, plus a bonus of 16 intricate thin metal dies and 3 beautifully detailed embossing folders from Crafter's Companion, meaning you can craft right out of the box. For a perfect cut every time, you need Gemini, the electronic die cutting and embossing machine made by crafters for crafters.
Dave's voice there telling us everything that the Gemini can do, and you can't pack everything into just a couple of minutes there. So everything it can do and more, of course. And so many people owning a Gemini already, but then again, so many people not. And you could well be one of those people that don't own one yet. And, well, you're already going through all of the reasons why you're going to be getting hold of one today. But just to reaffirm, you're getting all of these different materials potentially that it's going to cut and emboss. But what are you going to cut first? What are you going to emboss first? Are you going to, let's look at this for inspiration here, are you going to be making little denim tags maybe to upcycle purses perhaps? Are you going to be maybe cutting through fabric to get an applique shape? Now, it doesn't have to be a butterfly, it could be a little bird or any shape, any flower, to iron on. You don't even need to sew. You could iron that on using a permanent adhesive onto a baby's vest or a child's t-shirt. Over here, looking at plastic here, you could be making children's jewellery, maybe, using that potentially, or grown-up jewellery. Why not? Just thinking children's because it's bright plastic, for example. You could be working with different materials like chipboard, because you could be maybe, you know, making to sell to local groups of yours that are into their crafting potentially, and they're looking for these mixed media materials potentially. You could be making little signs for the garden. Imagine that. Imagine at your local craft fair or down at the local group, or making little gifts for teachers or local people. Imagine gluing a little stick onto the back and then having that as your little main board where you've painted it over, and then you've got that marked with, I don't know, marigolds, orange marigolds, or little flowers, or whatever it might be. And then making key rings using leather or faux leather, and then embossing it, because you can get an embossed image as well as a cut image on there. So that's just a selection of things that you can make just using that board as quick inspiration. I didn't know what I was going to say when I picked that up, but I just looked and I just imagined what could you be cutting and embossing first. And the whole beauty of why we're always so busy on our Gemini shows is because everybody adores it, all crafters across the board, and nobody's emailed in yet to say that, you know, it appeals everywhere across the board of every craft. You could be literally making your own jewellery and making your own brooches, cutting through craft metal and embossing craft metal, and then being able to put a little fixing on the back, and then maybe fixing it onto some plastic or some foam or something. The Gemini does have the power to do that. You could be making different embellishments for the front of cards out of mixed media, maybe for people whose maybe sight is not their first sense that they use, maybe using something that you can touch and feel rather than just see. Having said that, tactile pieces that also look great are fantastic. Or home decor and gifts for people are makeable using different materials. Now, this is on a wooden or MDF tag, but that could easily have been a mount board or something. That could have been completely made. Imagine cutting your own tags using your Gemini, all of these different mixed materials. You can do it. And that's another reason why we're so busy on all of our Gemini shows, whenever we rarely are able to offer it in such a good offer. And we've never seen it in this configuration, in this bundle, ever before on Hochanda, to my mind. I don't remember it. We're approaching, Guess what? 40%, I know. After just 2 live shows last night, approaching 40% of the stock already gone, and it's only the morning of the one-day special, so do get in there nice and early. We can't guarantee that we'll still be here later on this evening with it exactly like this at this price. So £51.97 off, thanks to the one-day special. £51.97, thanks to the size of the bundle. I love the fact that we're still pulling out. We're still going, still going. It's that big. It's literally, until we can see all the way here and all the way there, that's everything that you're getting today for £60. That's your first Flexi Buy payment of £60, and then 2 more similar in January and February. This is, as far as I know, the last chance on a one-day special in this main pack to get your Gemini before Christmas. Go on, grab it in time for Christmas. You get your creator card die, you get your starter kit, you get your mixed media dies as well there for cutting through your buckles. You get every plate you're ever going to need. You get your Gemini, which has power and the pressure to cut through so many different things. 996-104, and then have a think about what you're going to be cutting and making first. Just to mention the materials really, really quickly. Yes, your Gemini can handle these, and yes, they can really get into making some lovely things. You've got your denim, which is lots and lots of different colours and tones of denim. You've got the black in there, as well as the lighter blue, and then the darker blue too. You've also then got your Hessian, which is this lovely, lovely grainy, you know, as soon as you're in there, you're into mixed media territory. 642-393 for your Hessian material, and also your denim. You get 15 sheets of your denim, and also your 30 sheets of Hessian. It's $19.98 plus delivery to order. 642-393, thanks to £4 off. And then, definitely getting all mixed media here, whatever you might be making. You've got your chalkboard and cork now, agglomerated cork, so you get that patchwork effect with it. It is self-adhesive, and then your real chalkboard here too. 40 sheets of the chalkboard, 30 sheets of the self-adhesive cork. Amazingly, 70 sheets in total, self-adhesive, for $19.98 plus delivery. Let me just show you a couple of examples here using the chalkboard. How amazing is that? To be able to cut it to size and actually get it into a really, really nice sort of Christmas countdown there with your notes of things to do. You might just be counting down the days or noting down who you need to buy for. Here's a brilliant countdown there, cut using the Gemini easily through your chalkboard. It's 071245 to order now. Take advantage, £4 off on each bundle. Issue 16 is available in your one-day special. You can get it on its own, however, with an amazing £50 worth of bonus products included with it. This is your latest issue. You get a wonderful embossing folder in there. You get a selection of stamps. You get the Spectrum Noir CD-ROM as well. That's got crafter's inspiration, paper crafting elements on it as well as that. So it's a double CD-ROM. And you've got the magazine itself, I nearly forgot, and your edging die there to get your wonderful trim on the side of a card, that lacy trim. All of that is $9.99 plus delivery to order. 196-942 to order the latest issue of Crafter's Inspiration. Debbie, I know one of the things you're proudest of the Gemini is the fact you can cut through all of these different things at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the fact that we have this really large board, so not only can we use the entire area to cut our thin metal dies, we can use mixed media dies. Now with this bundle, you're getting some of the mixed media dies in the buckles. I've just got a selection of our other mixed media dies that we do. Now what you'll notice on this board, you probably can't see it very well, but if I turn that up, look at the size and thickness of that mount. Balsa wood. Couldn't think of the word there, Matt. Thank you very much. We've also got our craft metal that's on the show. I love this. This embosses beautifully, cuts beautifully, so we're going to use that as well. I've also got, this is one of my favourite mediums to cut out. It's actually sandpaper. Okay. And it's really coarse, it inks really well, and it's brilliant for mixed media. So if you want to stick it to your canvases, it paints over really well, and you've got that roughness, which is really cool. So we're going to cut our bird out there. We've got some of a Hessian on the show as well. This is great Hessian. This has been designed particularly for use with the Gemini. It's a really strong, tough one, so it hasn't got all those edges that fray very easily, which is great to die cut. I've then got 3 layers of felt, so multiple layering as well. If you are a card maker and you just wanted to use, if you wanted to batch make, I know for definite that Centura Pearl, which is 300 GSM, you can cut 3 sheets at once out, which, I mean, that's 900 GSM with a mixed media die. So if you are batch making and you want to cut all these elements out, it's so quick. And that's in 17 seconds of going through the machine. Right, so we've got our, there we go. So we've got, shall I pass them to you, Matt?
I can't believe that's sandpaper.
I know, isn't it cool?
When you think how sandpaper's made, what it is, sandpaper. You know, you know the graininess that you are going through. You know, the minute grains there of the sandpaper, and you're getting such a sharp image. Amazing.
We've got 3 there, Matt. Now look at those. Now what I really like about those is that there's no feathering of the edges. This is felt, so it's quite a fibrous material, but the Gemini allows you to cut them out just remarkably well. Look at that for an embellishment. So that's that brooch that you looked at earlier.
Yes.
That's made from this craft metal. Use your alcohol pens on there. Sorry, excuse me. Use your alcohol pens on there and that will be amazing. Yes. And then we've got our, there we go. Now that's that balsa wood that was cut through. Amazing. So all of that in one pass. It's incredible, isn't it? So what I also want to do, we've got some other bits here. So I've got some, and again, mount board. Now mount board is really strong. That's amazing to cut through, but it does cut through. I mean, you can see, if I've cut that with my scissors, look how jagged the edges of that. But I'm going to cut it using our large butterfly.
That's a powerful demonstration, to see where it's cut with the scissors and see how, the scissors have really sort of gone through it.
Absolutely, because it's just a jagged edge and it's really thick mount board. We all use mount board for all sorts of things, but it really is great for embellishments. It's fabulous if you've got a Christmas mixed media die. You can make decorations for the tree. So lots of different things that you can do, which is just amazing with these dies. And just the power of the Gemini.
Well, you made a little photo frame there, a little sort of mount to save the waste, and then you've got a little aperture there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, use your aperture, absolutely. So I've got mount board there, and then I've got a piece of really thick leather as well. That is a thick piece of leather, and we're going to just run that through. And then I'm going to emboss both those pieces, and you can see how well they emboss. And all of this is just due to the fact that we have this immense pressure on the Gemini that it enables us to do all these things while we're crafting. So whatever your level of crafting, Matt, the Gemini is definitely for you. I think if you're new to crafting and you want to try a die cutting machine, I really think going for what I think is the best machine on the market, straight away, you never need another one. You've got one that's going to take you through with all your crafting needs.
Sarah, the founder of Crafting Companion, said that to me, actually. She said very, very close to when the Gemini was first launched, don't expect a Gemini 2 because this is it. This is the most pressure we can pack in. It's been engineered from the inside out, with all of the metal on the inside. Everything is in there that was needed, and it wasn't released until it was the perfect machine in the eyes of the team.
Yeah, and the only thing we could do different for the Gemini is to make a smaller one.
Yeah, the Gemini Junior. And the funny thing was, in your opinion, that was true as well, because literally the only feedback, it wasn't, oh, this could be different, that could be different, or anything, but it was literally that, oh, my space is a bit limited at home. I love the fact that the Gemini can do it A4 embossing folders, but
I just wanted to point this out, Matt, because that was a really good demo, but I didn't mean to do it. I've put too many boards through my Gemini, so it stopped.
It told you.
So I just reversed it, it brought it back out, and it means that I've just put one too many boards in.
It's almost like you planned it to show us that
and I really didn't. I could have pretended that I'd planned that, but I'd like, oh, it still doesn't want to go through. Let me just, as it stopped, we'll just bring that back out.
It's got the reverse function as well.
It has got the reverse function,
if you don't want it to come out of the back, if maybe it's up against or near a wall at home, you can literally pop it in and then reverse it back. Or
so I've completed, it's because I've used my 3D embossing folders, so I need a completely different platform for it.
Understood.
So so there we go. So even me, with my many years of crafting ability, I still get my plates wrong.
Oh, Debbie, you're talking to me and you've got me tapping you on the shoulder the whole time.
I've still got my plates wrong. It doesn't seem to like these ones. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Matt. I'm going to put them through one at a time, possibly. I don't know if that's the reason, but let's just see. I've got a feeling I might know what the reason is now. It's because I put on the fold of the embossing folder. Let's see if that works before I say. I had it into the fold, which made it didn't fold the folder properly.
Oh, I see.
I tried to fit 2 large things through my folder, and
you put
it just wasn't having
right into a book, and then it won't close properly.
So there's one of them, and then we'll just pop the other one through. There's always a way with the Gemini, and if anyone's not sure of what you need to do in any other die cutting machine with the embossing folders, there's different levels levels of platforms that you need for them.
All the instructions are there as well
absolutely.
for you. That was one of the first things I made sure I printed out.
So we've got to, yeah, absolutely. So have you got your Gemini now, Matt?
Yeah.
So there we go. So we've got two completely different materials that we've been able to cut and emboss and just look amazing. Can I show you one quick thing as well now, Matt? So I'm going to show that we can cut, because we have the ability with the Gemini. Turn these over. I have just a drinks can, so it's just an ordinary drinks can, and I've got an ordinary thin metal die. So we're going to cut through that. Now what I do have is a metal shim. So we can use our metal shim, and that will aid to cutting out different materials but using a thin metal die. So it doesn't have to always be about mixed media dies. Yeah. So if you haven't got any mixed media dies, although you will have if you buy this bundle, because you'll get some in there, but if you haven't, you've always got the aid of using your thin metal dies, but being able to use that metal shim that's included with it. Yeah. So I'm just using my reverse function, so you just pause in the middle and then reverse it at the side. That's bringing that back out to us. So maybe you don't have a lot of room at the back of your Gemini, so the reverse function is just amazing for that. And actually, I think I didn't even need that amount of pressure, but that is a can of soda, and and doing that, and again we can emboss that as well, and it would look fabulous.
The amazing thing is you literally can go through all of these different materials. And when Debbie asked me, she said, if you got yours, it was a conversation I had with Yanis. It was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago now. We sat in the little room and we said, should we do it? Should we do it? Yeah, go on, then.
Yeah, Yanis has got his, I know that. So we're all getting them here.
Yeah, definitely. I've wanted mine for over a year, but it was only, as you know, with things, you have to look at the price. You have to think, should I do it this month or shall I wait? Will I do it on FlexiBuy? I had exactly the same thought process as you. And all of these different materials, even though I knew I wanted one and I knew I could get the use out of it, the time needed to be right for me. And the time's perfect now, because it's just before Christmas. You've got it on FlexiBuy, and you can go through all of these different materials, meaning even if you don't craft and you just want to make lovely gifts for people and get into that sort of area, you can do. It can unlock so much. And also, how many times do you buy something and you think, oh, and I need to add this on, and I need to add that on? Some shops won't let you leave until you've done this and you've done that, and you've got it insured, this, that and the other. But you get all of the starter kit and all of the bonus goodies with it, thanks to the one-day special. So open the box, plug it in, and get crafting straight away.
And you're right, Matt. All you actually need is a card to cut out, and some glue to stick down, and a plug socket.
Can I pick you up on that? Because, OK, we've all got some glue. We've hopefully got a plug socket nearby. But even the card stock, you don't even need that. You just need to go to the fridge, drink the drink, and then recycle the can.
Cardboard. Cardboard cuts out.
Yes, the cereal boxes.
Cereal packages, everything. Yeah, absolutely.
What is holding you back? Nothing should be stopping you from getting a Gemini today.
And all them flexi payments, that makes it affordable, which is amazing.
Spread the cost. It's the exact same conversation that I had with Yanis a few weeks ago that you're having with yourself now, to make sure that you've got your Gemini ordered. Do go for it. It's 996-104 to order now. On FlexiBuy, you'll pay just £60 today, and then 2 more payments in the coming months. And you can see everything that we've cut here today. It's an absolute beauty. Struggling for inspiration? Well, have a look at issue 16 of Crafters Inspiration. It comes with your one-day special.
Crafters Inspiration, the all-in-one craft magazine brought to you by Crafters Companion. Inside this winter issue, you'll find lots of fantastic festive designs to create using your craft kit. This issue includes some gorgeous crafty goodies. Fans of die cutting will be excited to see that we've got a Desire Snowflake border die, plus an exclusive Build a Snowman die set from the Sarah Signature Cute Christmas collection. A versatile Christmas village embossing folder that's perfect for your quick makes. A Sheena Douglas stamp set featuring pretty poinsettias and beautiful bells to add a traditional touch to your designs. And finally, you have a CD-ROM twin pack. We have the Crafters Inspiration CD, which features hundreds of printable Christmas elements, and a Spectrum Wire Tips and Tutorial CD-ROM, giving you some handy advice on how to get the best out of your Spectrum Wire pens. This is gloriously packed with over 70 projects for you to try, such as these 10 super speedy designs perfect for creating easy cards, gifts and home decor projects. Let's celebrate our 12th birthday in style with a fabulous cake comprised of gift boxes. Put a retro twist on your Christmas this year with our top pick of products from the talented Sheena Douglas. Plus, there's over £1,000 worth of prizes to be won, including the brand new black and gold Sarah Signature Collection. So make sure you get hold of your copy of Crafter's Inspiration Issue 16, on sale now.
And that's not even an extra that we're saying, oh, do you want to add that one to your order today? You get that in your one-day special. You've got Crafter's Inspiration, not just the magazine, but the £50 worth of bonus goodies with it as well. All of the extras with your one-day special, the die, the mixed media dies, and also all of the starter kit here too. Now, is there that one die that you've got in a drawer at home that you've just never used? Now, why would I have that one die hidden away?
I have, in fact, and I really wish I'd bought my die, because I genuinely have a Merry Christmas die. It's a really large die that I've had for years, and I couldn't get the centre to cut. And that was the first die I tried when I got my Gemini, and it cut it. Yeah, and I'm going to find that die and bring it in for my next one. Not this time, because I have to travel a long way home, but I will bring it in on another Gemini show, because that is amazing. And it's all credit to the machine and its power. So I've got sort of a couple of intricate dies, but I've also got a tattered lace die. Now, the tattered lace die, you can see, look how intricate that die is, Matt. And you do sometimes with anyone's dies, even some of our old dies, get difficulty in cutting them. So we're going to show that one as well. So we're going to take this border die first and run that through. And this just cuts like a dream. So everything that the Gemini can do, the baby one can do as well. Okay, so if you did want to go for the Gemini Junior, it's going to be able to do exactly the same. I would say about 97% of our dies will go through the Gemini Junior. So if you are thinking of space and you're not quite sure which one to go for, the Gemini Junior. Now, that's literally, I mean, look how that's just fallen. I mean, that's really just fallen out. I mean, you really have to just take the moment to look at the detail in that die, because that is an incredible cut with one pass through the Gemini and no embossing. So that's amazing. Right, the next one we have, now I know this is one of Sarah's choice of dies, because this one has so many cutting points and it's a large die. So it's one of our really intricate creator card dies. Now, the creator card dies, we need them to cut, because what they do is they cut through our project, not out of it. So if we want to cut a complete card blank, we need that to cut crisply through that card blank. And the Gemini offers that ability to be able to do that. So we're just running that through. And then what we'll also do with this one is just emboss it, because what our embossing qualities do, so you can see,
it's gone through.
That's cut,
wow.
so
you can see the greyness of the card.
Absolutely beautifully there. And then we would just then emboss the back of it, so just pop that on the top.
Basically, all those grey lines are all where it's gone through the card, so we know that's cut.
Absolutely. If you did want to just pass it through another time, you literally could use your reverse function on the machine, or even use your metal shim, but that's really not necessary.
Sarah and yourself, Debbie, as well, have always said to me, don't use your metal shim, and to always use it without. And then if you get it out and you think, well, do you know what, I think I will have. In a very small percentage of cases, you might then put it through again with the metal shim. But...
And there's a common question I do get asked, Matt, which is about card warping, because a lot of people say that when they've passed things through, their card then round the outside is all warped. The reason being is you've put too much pressure in your Gemini. It's likely you've used all the plates that come with it, and you don't need all the plates. But look at this. If I just flick out these bits here, that is such an intricate design. I mean, you've got that thin script in there, just pops those bits out, but that is amazing. Oh, I think I've got a backing on there.
Beautifully cut.
Yeah, really beautiful. And even the wings on this die, look, lift out. Cut and embossed. And you just get that beautiful cut. Right, so let's just quickly go on to the tattered lace die.
Yes, you did mention you had this one.
So we would just quickly cut this one.
Another very intricate die.
It's a really intricate die, this one. And I actually did think, the reason I used it, because I genuinely didn't think it was going to cut very well. But because of the Gemini, it really is amazing.
But there will be that die that you've got at home that's sat in the drawer that you've not ever used, or you only get out when you're having a good day, you know, when you're stress-free. But it will be one of the first things that you cut, won't it be? That one that you thought, I'll never be able to do anything with that. You'll think, I've got my Gemini, now can it handle that such and such a die?
Right, now I could emboss it, but I really wanted you to see what the die is like without embossing it, because you get this level of detail, which is second to none. I mean, look, if I just flick all that, look at the detail in that die. That is really amazing, and that's one pass through the Gemini. Now, if you're using the Gemini Junior, that is 9 seconds. I know I keep saying that, but I'm amazed. It's 9 seconds. But you know what? The normal Junior is only 17 seconds. That is incredible that we get that level of intricacy, and that's why it's future-proofed, because anything, we know what some of the things that are coming out in the future, so these are going to cut. We know the level of intricacy that's going to come out in the dyes. You are going to need the Gemini in your life. It will absolutely change the way you craft. It's changed the way I craft.
Read the reviews as well, because on our website, they are independent reviews, but also this is an incredible bundle you can't get anywhere else, but the Gemini is available from other retailers. Go onto the internet, have a look at all the reviews on the other retailers' sites, because people are buying they might be paying a different price for it and getting a different bundle, but you're getting so much for your price today. But they're all still getting the Gemini, and they're all still reviewing the Gemini. So go and have a look at the reviews online, including Charlotte's now, which we've got. Charlotte from Grimsby says the Gemini machine is such a powerful machine, and I love how versatile it is. I love to work on multiple projects, from papercraft to sewing to mixed media, home decor items, and the Gemini helps me with them all. A clean cut every time, even from the most intricate of dyes. Now let's choose one of those things Charlotte's just mentioned. Home decor items. Let's say that, home decor items. That could get you into something so special. So crafting, making, creating is such a special thing to do. So home decor items, imagine having 1 or 2 dyes in your collection, maybe the dyes that you've got here in the starter kit and the one-day special. And imagine being able to make a really lovely centerpiece or a gift for somebody so easily using the Gemini, because it can go through all those different mixed media items. It can cut through your Hessian for you. It can cut through your denim for you as well. These are the mixed media self-adhesive items we've got on today's show, but including your craft metal to go through with your alcohol markers to get a really different look with your cards. So yeah, to pick up on a couple of things Charlotte mentioned there, your card making, home decor, mixed media, sewing. It sounds like Charlotte's got it all going on, doesn't it? But just picking one of those is a great reason to go for your Gemini today. If you're a sewer and you're into your soft craft and you do a lot of applique, your Gemini's got it handled. It'll give you a complete easy cut every single time. If you're into your mixed media and you want to get all those different techniques going, like that really amazing block printing idea that Debbie showed us earlier on with the funky foam and the ink, and then it was going down with that. That was just made using the embossing folder. A stamp made using an embossing folder. An embossing folder that you are getting in the Gemini today. Now, everything you're seeing on the shop now, that's your starter kit. That's what's normally available for the normal price, the price on screen. It's £179.99. Everything now coming into shop is everything you're getting on top of for no extra cost today. So £179.99 normally for all of the plates you'll ever need and all of the starter kit. Everything now coming into shop here, everything between my hands is a bonus thanks to the one-day special. So you're not paying any more for it. Normally, people would pay £179